Vivo, estamos aquí.
Yes, everybody. What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About It. No cap, because we don't be capping on this show, right, Prima?
No, we don't. We don't. I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and I'll introduce myself.
There we go. I'm your guy, the Sensation. That's my cousin, Kiki.
You know, and we
Kiki,
is here.
I'm gonna give you something. Kiki with the spirits.
You keep with the spirits, and we always. I'm always telling the truth because I don't give a what. I don't give a fuck. So,
I like that. I like that. So everybody here, we're gonna have another conversation. Vamos a tener otro tema, otra conversación. So
mhm.
normally we do our show most of the time in English, but sometimes we do some Spanglish in between.
Uh-huh.
So just stay with us. Stay with us and listen. Vamos a hablar de todo un poquito. We're gonna have a good time tonight, like always. So let's start with the topic that you sent me, Kiki. That video that you sent me on
Oh,
TikTok.
about the guy.
I
Well,
wish I
first,
could play it.
I know me too. That's the thing. I wanted to like someone will put it in here and then let it play for a second, but like the green screen.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure a lot of people saw it already. Where the guy is like, "I'm dating Shorty for a minute, and she's coming to my house or whatever." It was the guy that had the eye patches on. First of all, some of y'all just getting sassier and sassier every day. But anyway, he had the eye patches on, and he was saying how he's seeing this girl, and that the girl was on her way, and he was like, "Oh, before you get here, can you stop and get me some food?" And she was like, "No, I really can't because if I get you food, then I'm stepping out of my femininity." Now, I want to hear your take on that because you was like, he's right. Why do you feel like he's right?
When it comes to okay, like when I was in the dating game,
Yeah.
um, I most of the times didn't have no expectations, honestly. Uh, in certain things, but when it came to like something that's simple, let's say if I hit you, let's say we've been dating for like 6 months, right?
Right.
Or maybe even a year, who knows, right? And I'd be like, hey, what's up? I'm hungry. Well, would you mind getting me some food? And then you'd be like, oh yeah, if you pay for it. I'm gonna look at you like, yo, like whenever you ask me for food, I don't never say, oh, if you pay for it. So only
Now,
because
now keep in mind she's on her way to his house.
Mhm.
Okay. No, I'm riding with you. I just want the viewers to know, like, she's on his way to his house, and he's asking her, "Yeah, can you get me some food?" And the girl says, "Yeah, if you pay for it." Okay, keep going, Samia.
Yes, I personally felt like, yeah, like nah, like if we in a relationship, like it's supposed to be genuine, like the guy said, like from the kindness of your heart, like yo,
Yeah.
bring me some food because I will bring it for you. It's not something that like it has to be mandatory, but if you really fucking with me in that type of time, you shouldn't mind getting me some food. So that's why I said that he's right about that part.
Okay. I don't think anybody's right or wrong. Actually, I just think, like I said earlier, I just think she don't fucking like him.
That too.
Because I feel like when you do, like, I mean, I'm gonna speak from my perspective. If you're a man and I'm going to your house and you say, and we make plans that I'm coming to your house to hang out, me as a woman, because I like, I want, that's just me being caring. I'm gonna say, hey, before I get to your house, is there anything you need? That could be in a range of things. That could say, hey, give me a McChicken off McDonald menu. That could be, hey, bring a bottle of wine through. I forgot to get wine. That could be, bring me an orange. I'm asking you because I'm coming into your house. So I just feel like it's courtesy to ask if I like you and we're dating like that. It's courtesy to ask you, hey, do you need anything before I come? You know, so that's why I feel like she just didn't like him that much. Because when you like somebody, you're not even gonna wait for them to say, "Can you buy me some food?" You're gonna be like, "Hey, you want anything? I'm making my way to your house. Do you want anything? Do you need anything?" Now, if the guy has to say, even if I'm driving there and I like him and he says, "Hey, can you just grab us something to eat before you get here?" I'm not gonna be like, "No." I'm gonna be like, "Okay, what you want to eat? Like, what you want to move for?" Especially if we're like dating and we're dating and we're fucking raw, like, I'm what are we doing then? You know what I'm saying? And if it's that, then you got to make that real clear from the door, like, we just fucking ain't nothing more than that. But at the same time, even if I'm friends with benefits, we still got to be eating and we smoking. So I don't know about all that. I'm
Like
bringing
that.
my
I,
stash. I'm bringing some food. If we're hanging out that tough, I'm not gonna start counting what you great gave me and and I'm more worried about our comfortability as we're chilling. If I'm already out and I'm headed to your house, why not stop and get the food?
facts.
I don't know.
Like you're right. I've been there, done that.
Yeah.
With my one of my old flows back in the days. She used to bring me McDonald's, and we wasn't even boyfriend and girlfriend yet.
Right.
At that point, we were just smashing. So
Right.
we were more like fuck buddies, but like
Right.
we had a special relationship. Meaning like it wasn't just the intercourse. It was also like the way it was like just talking and having a good time. So she appreciated my time and I appreciated hers. So whenever she would come around, she would always ask me first, "Oh, before I go to your crib, would you like something to eat?"
Yeah. It's great.
Like and it's like it comes down to if the person really likes you.
Yeah, it does. And then not only that, a real man, I don't want to say real nigga because I'm trying to be like, but a real man, a real nigga you gonna bring the food and he gonna back, oh, how much was it? And he gonna cash app you or he gonna Venmo you or he gonna sell you. Like, I don't know, that's just been my experience. They're gonna like sometimes you have to be like, it's fine, I got it, like, but a real man is gonna be like, oh, how much is it?
I agree.
So, you know, I just feel she didn't like him that much. That's really what it was, in my opinion.
No, that's true. I definitely agree with that part.
Hmm.
So sometimes I believe sometimes some people, whether it's male or a female, man or woman, some people are just divas. Some people expect a little too much too soon. Like
Oh, definitely.
some people expect to be treated like husband material or wifey material without really moving like that, without treating the other person like that. And I feel like at that part, me personally, if you only treated me like an option or you treated me like a side piece, then I'm gonna do the same thing to you. Like don't ask for certain treatment if you're not taking it to that level with me.
Well, that's funny you said that because there's something I saw on Twitter, and it's funny because you see a lot of think pieces everywhere: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. And this one think piece, there was a woman in the car, and she was like, "Y'all just need to start admitting to yourselves that y'all don't really like each other that much. You might like how they look, but when you really learn their core, y'all don't like each other." And I think that's a real thing. I think that everybody is so scared of being alone that they're just tolerating shit, but they don't really like the other person at their core. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what I'm saying? If once you get past the looks and the sex and stuff like that, do you actually really like this person? Do you actually can see yourself doing like nice things for them? Because when you like somebody, it's just gonna come out of the goodness of your heart because you want them to feel good with you. You want them to feel safe. You want them to feel supported. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
yeah, I think it's but also piggybacking on what you were saying, that people want this treatment like out the door. So I'm gonna shift it a little bit to like people who are single or single parents. So single mothers, there's like this, and I'm gonna speak because I'm a single parent, right? But men tend to think like if they date a single mother, she needs help. I don't know what single mothers people know, but most of the single mothers I know get it out the mud and get it on their own. Have good careers and they don't need no man or woman to support them. Okay, so when they come with this whole like, oh, she gonna want help. Well, the thing is, if she's a single mother or even a single father, how are you adding to my life? How are you making my life easier? Because if you're not, then now don't get me wrong, you don't do it outside the like right out the door because it's not that serious. First of all, me as a single mother, you're not really gonna come to my house like that. I'll go to your house and stuff like that, but you ain't coming to my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's my boundary. But I think there's like this negative connotation that like single mothers are looking for help. And no shade to anybody else who may have help from the government and things like that. I am a part of a group of women that we do it on our own. We have careers and we're doing it on our own. So if you were to come into our lives, it's not that you're coming to save us. We don't need you. We just want you there. There's a difference.
I
Yes.
agree. I mean, honestly, like that mentality that is stupid. Like some guys do like looking for women like that because those are the narcissists, the manipulators
Yeah.
that like look for women like that because they want to feel like they're in charge, like they're in
Yeah.
power, and they like to victimize people. So like they get a nut off of you
Yeah.
asking them, oh, can I have money for this or money for that? It strokes their ego.
Yeah.
Um, I personally like me like I'm a father,
Mm,
but let's say before I got married and before I became a father, I you know I never saw myself in a way because I was too young at that time. I didn't see myself being open yet to dating like a single mom yet because I
mm-hmm.
felt like I didn't have the tools to be a father.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I felt like I wasn't prepared to teach a child how to be a a boy or a girl or like because I was just getting out of my boy phase
Yeah.
into my manhood. So like I always told myself like nah, like if I'm gonna date somebody, it's gotta be somebody with no kids, and then like
Right.
hopefully I have my first kid with that person and that person
Right.
has their first kid with me. So
Yeah.
like like I grew up with my mom and my mom was pretty much a single mom,
Yeah.
and she had help from my grandparents, but like I always knew in my heart that I didn't want to go through that scenario. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
want to go through what my mom went through, and I didn't want to put a woman through what my father put my mom through. So,
Right. Right.
I held myself accountable to that point because I remembered like the the suffering, the mental suffering, the emotional turmoil that I went through as a
But
kid.
yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
so and seeing your mom too. I think your mom a single mom too.
Um, my mom became a single mom when I was like early 20s. I was already like grown when
Oh,
my parents were married for like 27, 26 years, 26, 27 years. And then they got
okay.
divorced. But my dad, once he divorced my mom, he divorced us too. It was very weird. But it's funny too that you say that because like, for my daughter's situation, her father came from that, but he just created the same thing.
Kiki, let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
I have a comment from my boy Kevin. My boy
Yeah.
Kevin was like, I'm gonna read all three comments.
Okay.
Feed the pum pum before you eat it. That was his first cut. That was like when we first started.
Oh God.
now, now I was never going for that. I was not gonna be anybody's daddy. If he was mega stupid. The other one is, ain't nobody supposed to be parent by themselves. I agree.
Now here's the thing. I think now I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks about what I'm about to say. This is my opinion. A good mother is not gonna be having you around the kids like that unless y'all really locked in. Ain't no nigga about to be around my kid unless we lock the fuck in.
I agree.
I have hands on deck. I have a nanny. I have a mother. She got a daddy. You ain't about to be around my child all willy nilly. It's never been that serious for me. It's never been that serious. So I think that'd be the problem. I think people be having their kids prematurely around niggas or bitches, and you don't know if it's gonna last or not, but you just want to have somebody there.
and
I don't
that
give a fuck about all
and,
that.
and that's where molestations
Oh
come.
yeah, I'll kill a motherfucker. You know your
Rape.
cousin crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, like I always wonder that. I always wonder why. Like, is the necessity that drastic for some women to like jump into another relationship so quickly when their baby's still like basically a baby, like their daughter or their son is like 4 or 5 years old and they already moved on to a new nigga. Like, don't get me wrong, they could
Well,
move on.
men do it too. Because
Yeah,
my daughter's father is already has a girlfriend, so it's like it does happen. He had a girlfriend before she even came out poom poom. Before she even came out my poom poom, he had a new girlfriend. Yes, so it does happen, but it's just not frowned upon when the men. It's not frowned upon as much when the men do it, or if it is, we don't know about it. But for the women, it's because we have the evidence. But that's just my moral compass. My moral compass is I'm not having no nigga around my child. You ain't about to see my child. You ain't about to meet my child. You ain't about to see what she look like unless you on social media. Other than that, you don't know. You ain't gonna see my child in real life. Like she got a daddy, whether I fuck with him or not. She got a daddy. You know what I'm saying? So no, it's never been that serious for me.
I
Oh wait,
mean, Kiki, you right. Like, personally, Kevin was like, well, that escalated quickly. Stupid, but yeah, like honestly, like it does happen for both genders. Like, but like I feel like um sometimes when cuando una mujer está enculada,
yeah,
when a woman is like how you say it in English? Enculada, when she's
Like fast,
like dignitized. Yeah,
stigmatized.
yeah.
I would say fast, but like stigmatized. Okay, that's a better one.
Sometimes they let their guards down. What do I mean by that?
Mm.
um I feel like when it comes to the children, most mothers are very protective, hands down. Like
Yeah.
like they protect their cubs, and I get that. But I see some cases where there's a woman that they're so like in love with the new guy that they turn a side eye, so turn the other way to
Yeah.
the red flags. Like, let me give you an example of red flags of what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If your man is too happy and willy nilly with your kid
Mm-mm.
in day one, that's a red flag. If he's so eager to always be carrying your baby,
No.
always sitting your baby on his lap, that's a
Mm-mm.
red flag.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
it's like if he's always like asking for your child all the time, that's a red flag.
But that's weird to me. See, me, I would be looking at you like, the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, like, you a pedo nigga? And first of all, honestly, you wouldn't even get that far with me if you just not gonna get that far with me because my daughter comes first. My daughter comes first. So like it's never been that serious. It's just never been that serious to me. Even when I get married, and we decide that we're gonna be a family, like I'm not even gonna leave my daughter with my husband. My first daughter, like once we and people can feel how they feel about that, but my first daughter will not be left with my husband. No, he will not, because that's not his daughter biologically. So I don't know what the fuck could happen. So and I'm not saying you filter people, but you just never know. You just
Yeah,
never know, because I'm a filter the motherfucker like crazy because, like I said, he'll never meet my daughter until like February, but um, I just feel like that's weird to me. I can't speak for everybody, but I also want to take into account if they're moving that quick to a man and making him his everything and not really focus on the child. That says a lot about yourself and what you need to hone in on. That's a lack of self love, obviously.
I agree.
It's a lack of
I'm,
self love. It's a lack of you just don't want to be alone. And when you don't want to be alone and you move fast, you're gonna get the results. Remember, it's like quality over quantity. So if you're moving fast, you're gonna get what you pay for.
shout out to everybody that's tuned in with us. We're talking about basically protecting your kids from any evil, even like even evil that you don't think is evil. So like we're
Yeah.
talking about that right now. Shout out to my cousin Kiki. Shout out to my bro Kino G. Shout out to Rafael. They here with us.
Hey, here.
I don't know if they can y'all hear us, guys. Rafael, can you say something? Shaq, can you say something? Well, they here, but I don't know if they could like
Yeah, my,
talk.
my bad, bro. I'm just trying to get my stuff connected
Okay.
properly.
Yeah,
One second.
technical
Oh
difficulty.
wait, I see the sounds. I see the sounds. Y'all trying to
I'm
get your cameras together?
camera. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
and my
my Instagram
AirPods,
to
they
it.
acting up right now.
So yeah,
It's
we
still
here though.
it's
We
still
listening.
it's still the post shadow of retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So technology gets
Everybody,
you.
please share the video. Compartan el video. Compartan el video. Everybody, please share the
Yeah,
video.
share the
Boy,
damn video.
yo, Kevin, share the video, bro. If you fucking with the conversation, share the video. If you
Is it
like what we're
Kevin?
saying,
Kevin
yeah,
from the Bronx?
yeah.
Hey, Kevin!
Yeah.
I see you all happy now. You all booed up. Well, the last time I was on IG, I don't know. I haven't been on IG for like a little over a month now.
You know my boy Kevin doesn't fall in love, right, Kevin?
Hey, Kevin! My Aries brother. My Aries brother.
Yes, yes.
But yeah,
um, going back to the combo real quick. Honestly, me personally, I would never like. I spoke to my brothers about this, my cousins. Like when it comes to my kids, until they're a certain age, they will never be alone with them because
yeah,
it's not about not trusting them, because I always
yeah.
explain that it's not about that. It's about always protecting your child no matter what, being
I agree.
cautious. Like on some people be like, "Oh, you don't trust me." It's not about you. It's about my
Yeah,
kid.
it's about
Like
your kid.
I'm the type of person that if something happens to my kid while my kid is with you, I'm gonna
Yeah.
hold you accountable to the fullest extent of the law.
Yep. So
My
let's not
law.
even go there. And how about we just don't do it at all? That's how.
Bingo.
But for me,
Bingo.
my journey has been has been really difficult because I have to give my baby up to somebody that I don't fucking trust.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, they have kids already, but their kids was always with me or my family. Anybody who's around, my if it was Jaylene or Simon or my best friends, they know like his daughter was with my family a lot. So I have a fear of like you just leaving her with somebody, and I'm not the first one. I'm the second one. And I'm motherfucking crazy. So that's what we're not gonna do. So you
Hmm.
make sure she is with you or the immediate family. And even with that, you could have uncles coming through, you could have cousins coming through. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I just stay, but I just listen. I hope they know I'm a bruja and not to be fucking dumb. That's all. So I pray on it.
I mean,
I pray on it.
if you're a real parent, you could relate. If you're a real parent, you will understand where we're coming from. Like you're not just gonna drop off your like. This is what I don't understand. Yo paso viendo esto todo el tiempo. This is what I see all the time. I see some mothers and even fathers. Yeah, it happens. So
Oh, fathers, yeah, too.
only because I say mothers, ladies doesn't mean I'm picking on the female gender.
Right, right, right,
Okay,
right.
let's get that clear, right, real quick. But from what my experiences, right, me being a DJ and a promoter and all of that, sometimes I be seeing that like some women like are quickly to like, oh, let me go leave my kid with a babysitter because I want to go turn out with this DJ. Or I want to go turn out with that band. And sometimes yo like it's okay to go and have fun,
Definitely.
relax, like release stress. But there's some people that they literally love doing that shit weekly, like
Yeah.
all the time. And I'm like, yo, like, god damn, bro, like what if something happens to your kid while you're gone because you're always gone?
Yeah.
Who's gonna be to blame? You or the person that did the act?
Well, it's going to be you as the parent. Now,
That's a,
I'm going to play devil's advocate. If you are a single parent, it is hard. You do need time to catch yourself and be a person because
of course.
you're still a person outside of being a parent, right? You're
Yeah.
still an individual. You were an individual before you chose to have children, and you're still an individual, and you're actually a different individual after you have children, whether you're a man or a woman. But it does become a time where it's kind of like successant, meaning it's a lot, you know? But like, um, I have a nanny, but my nanny I know through like a person to me. You know what I'm saying? So I got blessed in the fact that I know exactly who this nanny is and where she came from. You know what I'm saying? And who she's related to. You know, um, and even then, like she don't really watch my baby on the weekends like that. It's very seldom. Like usually, I mean, I'm not really. I'm kind of like not even kind of. I'm a homebody for the most part. I don't mind going out, but like I'm at this point in my life where I don't really care to go out. You know, and it's funny because my best friend always like, "Girl, you ain't gonna meet your husband in the house," and I'm like, "You sure? You don't think so?" You know, but because I'm comfortable in my home. Like my home is my sanctuary. But I will say sometimes you need a break.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know?
um, yeah, I agree. Like I had stated before, like everybody needs time for themselves and all of that. But like, there are some people that really like they just love being on the streets, and I'm like,
Yeah.
my thing is,
No.
if you knew in your heart, right, that you wasn't ready to let go of the streets, then why did you decide to have a child? That's my thing. That's where I'm coming from.
I hear you. I agree because
I,
I think that's why I don't miss the streets that much because like I was ready to be a mom, so I'm like I have more peace in being here with her, knowing that she's good, rather than anything. And you know, listen, I'm all about having fun, but I just feel like the farther you are, anything can happen. Anything can happen, you know. And when you're out and about, you know, God forbid something happens, you're not right there, you know. So, um, and plus, like I said, I'm a homebody. I like being home. I have my TV, I got my food, I got my wine, I got, I got everything you could think of in my house. So it's like there's no really reason to like leave my house. But you know, if I have to because my girls or somebody wants to go out, then you know every once in a while I'll do it. But it's not something that I like. I gotta go out every weekend. No, not like that. It's a lot of energy to go out too.
and it's expensive. Well, we got Javi in the building.
Hobby Bobby,
Yo, what's good,
Hobby,
Javi?
Hobby Bobby. You're freezing. He's
Yeah,
frozen.
we got Luke Kane in the building, but he's frozen right now. He's frozen. He gotta let it go.
Damn, we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, I guess it's just us for now that are not having no difficulties
Come
yet.
on. I'll be ready. I stay ready, so I gotta get ready.
Hey, there we go, there we go. But like honestly, like me like okay, like yes, it's true. I have my wife. Is like and my wife has me. Yes, but
Mm-hmm.
like we still individuals at the end of the day, right?
Definitely, definitely.
So like it's our personal choice, especially for my wife, to like basically um stay home. So let's say if Lacey doesn't want to like
Yo,
if Lacey doesn't want to go nowhere,
Right.
that's on her.
yo,
Meaning like
what's good? I
we're
can't
still
Hey.
even.
having. You gotta turn your
Hold
camera,
on, my
but you
fault,
gotta
y'all.
let
My
yeah.
headphones is messed up.
Copy, copy.
I'm like this, so I can see.
Yeah, you gotta turn your camera around, bro.
Wait, you're upside down. I mean, you're
Yeah,
to the side.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, but turn your camera, cause I'm like we like
the
no
other
the
way, the other way. Yeah,
there we go.
yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's good. We good. We good. In
Oh
people.
man. Uh,
Like, yeah, like I was saying, like me personally, like I don't play with my kids. I feel like they're not dispensable. You know what I'm saying? Like oh, there we go, Kino G in the building.
Hey, this thing took forever. God damn it! Ooh,
Oh, I like the
technology, yo.
keyboard in the background. Yay.
Thank you, thank you. iPhones is just getting all fucked up, man. I'm about to switch
yo,
to
I'm
Google.
I
telling
don't
you,
know what
son. Like,
happened, though.
fuck.
I don't know what happened.
And real quick before we continue with the conversations, everybody,
Yeah.
I wanna be able to do a quick promo. Okay, everybody, todo el mundo que está en vivo con nosotros ahorita, yo soy DJ Sensation. Le quiero dar un mensaje rapidito. Everybody that's tuned in with us right now, my name is DJ Sensation. I got a little advertisement to make, little promo.
Yeah.
February the 10th, baby. February the 10th, Honduras meets Jamaica and Belize. DJ Fest, Part 3. Houston, Texas. We're gonna be lit all night. If you went to the first two DJ Fest in 2018 and 2019, you know that we turned all the way up. We're gonna have some amazing DJs. The official flyers will be released by Friday. So wait on the official flyer. I want to see you there. Vengan a la fiesta el 10 de febrero aquí en Houston, Texas. Es Honduras. Conoce a Jamaica y Belice, parte DJ Fest, parte 3. Y nos vamos a encender. Vamos a encender el motherfucking pámpano, ¿me entendés? Así nos vamos a poner
Yo,
bien, nos vamos a poner furioso. Pues yo quiero que todas las mujeres ricas vengan, que todas las mujeres ricas vengan a menear ese culito, ¿me entendés? And all the fellas come looking fresh, come looking fresh, you know.
No tears.
There's gonna be a lot of wine.
DJ Sensation on the ones and twos.
Hey,
It's
like
quick
we used to
promo.
say back in the days, ride cheeks to my DJ.
Yo, we used to be lit in these the parties.
yo, this nigga, I ain't
Yo,
gonna lie, this nigga been saying the same shit since 2012. That
Bro,
was really his favorite line.
Let me tell you
Hey,
something.
man.
Our parties go down
That's
in history. Our parties are history.
Hey, Javi, you got to take it back to live crew.
Oh
Yo,
my gosh. Live crew. Oh,
Live
Lord.
crew. Oh my god. Some good moments, but some fishy moments too.
Fishy moments and I don't give a fuck moments.
Have you
Javi, no,
Damn,
wait,
this
hold
is-
on. First of all, let's not take this out of context and have people misinterpreting. Like,
It
first
was
of
so
all,
ratchet at times because
right, Javi don't
we
know
had wars
nothing.
going on.
I don't know nothing.
Am I the drama?
No, the only thing me have to say is me don't have no situations with nobody that smell fishy, you know?
Oh my gosh. What a time. What a time.
Yo, so what y'all been talking about?
well,
We was talking about parent stuff.
yeah, we were talking
Oh,
about
something that we
basically.
know nothing about. So we're gonna sit out of this one.
No, we were just saying that we just not gonna be bringing nobody around our kids or just having our kids just be with anybody so we could go run the streets. Like that's not what we into.
No, I respect it because I'm the same way with my niece. I'm overly protective with her just like that. So sometimes like I don't get upset that my brother don't bring her around a lot
Yeah.
because they're just more worried about like her growth and everything that comes
Oh
along
yeah.
with it. You know what I'm saying? They also there for it's like you gotta hold somebody accountable if you leave their child with you.
Literally, that's what
Something
Samuel
happened.
literally just said. Samuel literally just said that
Yeah.
before you hopped
Like
on.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't have kids, but nigga, if I leave my child with you and something happened, nigga, I'm holding you accountable to the maximum law, nigga.
Yeah, and
Like you're
niggas,
gonna go to fucking
What
jail
did I say?
if you did some shit. And
what
it's
I
not
say,
only just gonna be you, nigga, it's gonna be me too after I fucking
everybody getting
kill you,
fucked up.
nigga. I'm gonna be in jail with you, nigga. Like,
Yeah, everybody getting fucked up, and it's crazy because people are crazy. Like for me, I know, like the father of my child gets frustrated with me because I'm like, yo, there's news reports every fucking day of a girlfriend or a boyfriend doing some dumb shit to a kid. You know what I'm saying? And them just you will die where you stand.
and
Like
it's
it,
When I
more,
find out
yo,
anything.
I ain't even gonna lie, it's more harder with girls. Like you're more. I mean, with boy, don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. Shit happen to little boys
yeah,
too,
shit happens to
and I'm
boys
not
too.
trying to make it one sided, but it's more harder with girls. Like with girls, it's like you really gotta pay attention to everything
Oh
they do.
yeah,
Like,
I'm like, I'm crazy. I'm
that's
crazy.
a, and that's why I feel like a lot of times it happen. It probably happens a lot to boys, but due to the stigma of a boy,
Mhm.
not having to like. Basically, most boys don't want to talk about it because it's shameful for the
nah,
boy.
which is why I said I don't want to make it sound one sided because this
Yeah,
shit
Yeah.
happens to boys too. You know what I'm saying? It's just with a boy, it's like.
I feel like it's
Boys
easier.
are naturally aggressive. So you're gonna see more aggressive shit. You're gonna see more roughhousing, more horseplay, like shit
And
that
not
they
only that, it's more accepted if you hear like a 12-year-old boy had sex with his 16-year-old babysitter or 18-year-old babysitter, and it's like, but
nah, that's wild.
that's fucking rape,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fucking
wild.
molestation.
I ain't gonna lie,
Um,
that's wild.
but like like, well, look at Boosie. He was trying to get strippers for his fucking son,
Yeah,
and he
but
was
he's a
underage.
Boosie's a dumbass though. Like
But
he's
in,
not.
in some of the culture,
They're
it's like,
about that
oh, it's
life.
okay. That's what happened with you. I dap you up. That's dope. No, that's fucking rape and molestation.
I
It doesn't
mean,
matter.
How about the teachers sleeping with their
Oh yeah,
students
that
Wow.
what's been going on lately, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
lately?
yeah.
first
Like
of all,
five
for the record,
different
let's just
teachers.
make it clear that these are white women doing this. White women.
Yo,
These are
But you
white
know
women
what? The
doing
teachers are
this.
getting younger. That's why the teachers are getting younger.
Yeah, like
yo, where were these teachers at back in the
You
days when I used to
First
teach?
of all,
now
all
this
my
is this is a,
teachers,
this is
all
this is a
my
little devil's
teachers was
advocate.
old and ready for death. Like they looked so old and withered
Nah, bro.
and ugly and shit. Like I didn't have a hot teacher. I didn't have that. I didn't have
I
that.
had a
Like
couple hot
it-
male
and,
teachers.
and I probably would have fucked around and went to school every single fucking day if I had that.
I had a
If I
couple
had
hot male
that.
teachers. I'm not gonna lie. That was like okay,
like for
but
instance, Kiki, look at your sister. She's a teacher, and
yeah, she's little.
A Marilyn could still go by a teenager.
Yes, she's really good.
No,
Yeah, but
seriously.
I ain't even gonna lie, Amaryllis would never go for that though. She
No,
like,
she wouldn't.
yeah,
No,
But
no,
she
no. I
she
mean,
like
looks
grown.
she
no,
looks
no, no,
young. She
no.
looks young.
What I meant by that, like she could still play a
She
teenager.
could
No, of
pass.
course, of
Yeah,
course. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you saying that. Not at all.
yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just saying we all know her, and that shit wouldn't even fucking cross
But she
her
could
way,
definitely
like her
pass.
mind, her way, nothing. Like that shit would really be like that right there would probably make her call the cops. Like, yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I know you like 16, but I would dead ass call the police on you.
Yeah.
Yo, Kevin, dead ass, bro. Miss Polanco and Miss Tirado, bro. Those
Yo,
are
that's
throwbacks,
yes.
bro. Yo, dead ass, bro. Yo,
Amir
Kevin,
had
you
the
just took it
baddest
back,
teacher,
bro.
bro.
I'm getting mad hype because
I don't know who
His
that is,
I
teacher's
did
so
ass
ass.
was so crazy, bro. Like,
I don't
yo,
know who that is.
Kevin, I did ass forgot about Miss Polanco, bro. I was talking to my brother about Miss
She sounds
Tirado.
hot. She sounds
Miss
hot.
Tirado,
Polanco.
Right,
She
bro.
sounds hot.
Polanco. That
You
shit
should have.
sound like a Colombian Cuban.
She sounded like she
Nah.
was sexy.
What?
She
Right.
had the hips. Her hips
She
didn't
had
lie.
big
That's what
Yes.
it sounds
Nah,
like.
Yo,
nah.
Yep.
rap
She
here.
sounded like she had big titties with big hips, but a wide ass. It wasn't flat.
No,
It wasn't fat, but
see
it was wide.
I see Polanco looking like she was a brick house. That's what I'm seeing.
Oh yeah,
she's
she had
alright.
she had the brains. She had the
Ah.
brains, and she had the dunk.
Yeah.
That was so distracting.
Nigga said she had the dunk. Like, look at him using 2006 language. Like,
Hey, that's when I was in high school. That's when I was in high school.
When you said Polanco, I'm like, when y'all said Polanco, and who was the other one? Polanco and what?
anything for Polancos.
Tirado.
Tirado.
And Tirado. When you said those
Yeah.
two, I was like, oh, they probably had
Yo,
bodies.
that ass was tirado.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
That shit make you sing birthday sex, huh?
Oh
I
my
forgot
god,
what
so
he-
funny.
nah,
Hilarious.
but Mr. Tirado was definitely valid. I'm pretty sure, like,
All right, I'm about
um,
to bring up an old school moment, y'all.
What
Back in
happened?
the days when we used to party and do the funniest lap dance, who you think had the funniest lap dance? Who you
I
think
was
was
really
the
high and drunk
most?
a lot. I was really high and drunk a lot along those times.
Yo,
So
To be
I
I ain't
never
honest,
gonna lie.
remember.
I'm gonna put myself in number 5. I feel like I had one. I did some funny shit before. Like I used to do stupid shit all the time.
I
I
did
don't
so much.
remember. I don't really remember
I
much
don't
anymore
remember
because
shit.
we used to do it. We used to do it so frequently
That's
that's
yeah. I don't remember.
like I don't remember. Like I know Sean did it.
I remember a couple of people.
Like, okay, so give another name then besides yourself.
Shit, you,
I knew it. I was ready
you,
for that. I was waiting for
you should be number 1.
We used to put on birthday sex, right? Or we would put on
First of
Janet
all,
Jackson. Would you
first of all,
mind?
it's so real. This nigga was the only nigga with a gray tank top on, black boots and jeans, like doing
We
lap
would do.
dance moves and
We
shit.
would
Like,
do. Janet Jackson. Would you mind? Would you mind? That one, right?
first of all, that song was so whack. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I
It is
hated that
not.
song. The only
honestly.
reason why it sucked in my eyes is because Marquia picked that fucking song all the time. Like, she always picked that song, and I would just get tired of it. Like, it was so many songs like that we played back in the days that I like. You felt like Simon, for instance. Nigga, Simon used to play that same fucking Beanie Man song.
What
Pick
we
me
think
now,
song?
hold ya down. Baby girl, turn around. This nigga played that shit in every fucking party, my nigga. There was not one party where he didn't play that song, my nigga. And tell me I'm lying. Nigga
Oh
used
my
to play
god.
that shit all the time. Oh my
Well,
god,
shout
bro.
out to
Like,
our parties back in the day. We had some memories.
we had some great ass fucking
What was
parties.
that?
Shit.
Is this Raphael?
I feel like one of my
Yes.
favorite ones was
Made it.
the
My
Christmas
bad.
one
This
we
shit was
did
taking
in
for
'09.
forever.
The Christmas party. That one was fire.
It's been a blur because I don't remember. I remember. I feel like all of our parties. I just remember and smushed together. We had fun times, but I just like.
Nah, I remember certain points because it's just certain things that happen in certain nights that you just don't forget. That's how I look at it.
I remember one night I just remember I had some really bad drunken nights.
I mean, we all have. I mean, I'm pretty sure all y'all niggas got fucking drunk videos of me and throwing up and all that stupid shit.
Oh my
Like, I done
God.
got embarrassed so many times, bro. Like,
because of the early, like, I don't know what year that was, because of 2008 to like 2012, I do not drink like that to this day.
Damn.
Yeah, neither do I. I'm not gonna lie, I don't drink like that either.
Facts.
I don't like liquor. I'm not a big liquor.
I'm not even gonna lie. It's sad to say this, and this is how you know I'm old, but I get drunk off of wine, guys.
That's not. I mean, honestly, at this age, we don't need to be doing no 99 killer or anything like that anymore.
That's insane. That's like 99% insane.
I haven't drank 99 since we were like 20 because I died at you guys' house.
The last time I drank 99 anything, I was like 20.
I was hugging you guys' toilet.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm bougie now, Sam. I'm bougie now, Sam.
Yeah, remember the Simon? I wonder if Simon still has the archives of me just being so fucked out.
Akina,
I
have that picture.
You have it? Oh my god! Do you have the picture when we went to the parade? We went to the parade and I got so fucked up.
Oh my god, that picture is so hilarious. I can still remember it.
I had the bikini top and the shorts, and I was fucked.
Nigga was slumped in Brooklyn on the floor. How you slumped on a Brooklyn?
I met some sexy ass nigga in Juve. He was so goddamn sexy. And I had the nerve to be fucked up. And I think I took Sharice at a mouse with me or just a mouse. But either way, he called me that night when we got home from the parade. And I don't know I was dead to the world, but he called me. And for some reason, I woke up for him. And I remember he had like a Beamer. He came by and he picked me up. And we went to his house and we were smoking and we were drinking and stuff. You know, other things. But I had a great time. I was fucked up still, though. I was still fucked up. I was definitely fucked up because I remember my throat burning the next day. Not because I was sucking dick.
Hey, yo, why was it
burning? Pause!
Yo, that's crazy.
It was
That's crazy.
Like, hey, Kiki, that's why I love your honesty because a lot of girls or a lot of women don't keep it real like you do.
No, I'm serious. I was throwing up. That's why I was burning. Not because I was guzzling cum, y'all. I'm just letting that out.
yo, what's up? Hold
Yo.
on. I need to hold on.
Wow, bro.
Just saying.
You killed me, son.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yo, Sam, you was about to ask me something though.
Yeah, I was gonna ask yo, Kiki, like in the parties, like back in the days, you know how it was, like no Snapchat, none of that bullshit that there is now. Like it kind of killed the party scene. And I want to hear Raphael's point of view too. Like
On what?
wasn't it like dancing like back then? Like how can I explain it? Like people used to go to parties to really turn up and see if they could get some pussy or dick at the end of the night.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. Like when we were teenagers, when we were like 19, 18, 17,
That was my
that's
prime.
yeah, even the teenagers now, they probably do it worse than what we did. They probably doing worse shit right now. But like,
No, they do TikToks in the club.
Yeah. They don't be getting down like we used to do,
No.
bro. Like for real.
We used to be sweating, dripping.
they
Yeah,
they don't get down like this nigga right here. Like this nigga right here, this nigga used to get down right here,
So,
Who, Raphael?
right here.
oh my God.
Oh,
That
you
nigga
seen
used
that?
to get
Fucking gracious, my nigga.
Yo, I'm crying.
Yes, sir. Dancehall king right there.
Hell
Good
yeah.
old times. Those were my Jamaican days right there. I might bring that back for the party, man. You
Fuck
should-
yeah.
you should advertise.
We was really Jamaicans. We was Hindu Jamaicans for real.
Hey, man, that's who I was raised around. Shoot, 241st. Shout out to all my people on
We had
241st.
a time. You know that meme?
Uptown.
We had a time last night. That was our night. We had a time. We would wake up the next day and we'd be fucked up still. It'd be like, yo, it was crazy. Like it was just so fun. So fun.
And Raphael, when you used to party, like I'm pretty sure you turned up like we did once upon a time, right? When you used to
I
party,
was.
like
Oh, go ahead. My bad, bro.
no homo, right? When your D got hard, what did you used to
Oh
do?
shit. Oh, you
Don't
try
be
to go
lying.
up to the fucking baddest bitch that's around you. I'm more of a club guy. I was
Okay.
never a house guy. Never a house guy. Always club, drank
all
like
of it.
crazy, Corona, whatever liquor you gave me. That's what I was killing. But I was
We
more
did
into
all of
clubs.
it.
I was never a house party person.
Dang, you didn't come to our house parties because you would have been a house party person.
I went like one time, only one time. Kino never fucking invited me.
And you saw him. That's bad bitches in there, right?
Wait, are you from New York?
Those days you
Yeah,
had
I'm
to
from the
have-
BX.
Oh shit! I'm like, did you? Oh my God, really? Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. Me and him used to go to school together for like 4 years in high school.
Yeah, we had some monumental moments up in that house in 241st. We had some.
I know.
Yeah.
He used to put me on.
Some babies were left in the toilet too.
Yo, Kevin, since thank you for showing the show love, bro. Yo, Kevin, send this to everybody on your
I remember-
messenger, bro. Send this show to send the link to everybody in your messenger, Kevin. I'm about to ask you some serious shit right now, and I know Luke Kane knows what I'm gonna talk about. Shaq knows what I'm talking about. Kiki, Raphael might have an idea.
I had
Let
no
me ask
clue,
you-
bro.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
29.
Okay, so yeah,
Wow, that's
you are in our age range, so you
Yeah.
might
Yep.
have an idea. All right, cool.
All right.
So, be honest. Don't lie. Don't cap. Right? No cap.
What we got?
Did you ever get some poom poom in a party when he was already sweating?
Never. Never.
Never.
No cap.
No quickie in the bathroom.
Mm-mm. No. I've only been with 2 women my whole life.
Okay. What?
Yep.
Yeah, my boy
Yep.
ain't lying. I'm an advocate for that. My boy ain't lying.
Soy un ángel. Not really, but
When's your
my
birthday?
girl locked me August 24.
Oh, you're a Virgo. Okay.
Virgo. Yep.
I love Virgo men. Yeah, y'all be locked in.
Yeah, we locked in. We serious. We don't play games out here.
Nah, y'all don't.
I heard
My best one that I lost was a Virgo. I was like, I lost that one for life.
I heard the
You
Virgo
fucked that
men-
up.
I heard that Virgo men like laying down on their back when they have sex. Is that true?
Like a little bit of everything, man. Back.
They're great lovers.
I'm versatile, bro. I got skills.
There we go.
Y'all are romantic. They're so romantic.
Yeah, to a fault.
Yeah, my best person ever was like, I fucking fumbled that fucking bag all the way.
What
But
happened?
I cheated.
If you don't
But you
mind.
wouldn't even what happened.
Oh, I'm
I was
guilty of the same.
listen. You didn't know me back then like that. I was a savage.
Yes,
It's all right.
Kiki, yeah.
Savage. I was a savage.
Guilty
Yo,
of
I
the
had
same.
one time that I was trying to smash in the bathroom in the party, and I was so lit, that my dick couldn't get hard, bro.
Yeah, you had whiskey dick, probably.
Yeah,
It's a real
it
thing.
happened, bro. So I was having a struggle, but yeah, that was sweaty coochie in the bathroom. Man.
Smelly coochie,
And
nigga.
you know what she did? You know what she
Suck
did? Just right before we went in, she baby wiped that pussy, so it smelled like baby wiping sweat.
Yo,
Yo.
crazy. That's fucking nasty.
Yes, bro.
Not that you got to do
Like
like,
when it mixes with the baby white and the coochie smell, like it's not a good
you said she baby wiped that coochie.
Baby white pussy.
Let me get some wine. I'm gonna get some wine because y'all.
Yo, y'all know what I'm talking about. Some girl like,
Yo,
this is what some females do right before a nigga comes into their crib. Like, oh shit, my bad, I didn't take a shower. So guess what they do? They baby wipe that pussy.
Yeah.
Yo, y'all think we can't tell? Like, yo,
Yeah, that's a fact.
shower.
Especially when you see the little
Nobody want baby white pussy.
when you see the little paper things in the pussy area. Like,
Exactly. She's like,
The
yo,
paper
she
residue.
Said, oh, let me go freshen up.
yes.
Let me go freshen up. That's what you call freshening up. Baby white pussy, nobody want baby white pussy, man.
I got me
Disrespectful, bro.
Cheers.
Like, I mean,
Here's to that baby white pussy.
like, yo, honestly, like, we grew up in a time that was definitely different. Like, if y'all guys, if y'all would have grown up in this generation, right, where everything is filmed, do you think you would have been exposed?
I think I would have been more. I think I would have been famous by now. I think, yeah. I probably would have took all advantage of it. Yes, I probably would have been famous. I probably would have been a stripper. I probably would have been on OnlyFans. I probably would have been a singer.
You still can.
Yeah.
There's still time.
Oh no, I can't do that now. I'm a mother.
You're a mom now, right? Yeah.
I gotta be the example.
Samuel,
of what
you
I
got
wanna
kids?
Yeah, I have two.
Oh, you have two. Okay,
Yeah.
so Kino is the only one that doesn't have a child.
See. Yeah. Like I wanted to do the ceiling challenge so bad.
Don't rush that shit, bro.
You know the ceiling challenge that just passed when the girls put the phone on the ceiling and then they started working. And it's funny because one of my boys.
Oh yeah.
I had tweeted. I'm like, damn, if I wasn't a mom, I would definitely do the ceiling challenge. And then my boy was like, Akina, like you really can. I was like, absolutely not. I want to be the example for my daughter, so I cannot do the challenge. Okay.
Good.
Absolutely.
Find you in the internet. Damn,
Yo, Kevin, you fucking stupid. Kevin, you about to make Akina go off. Kevin,
What he say?
You earned this one, Kevin. You earned this one.
What he say?
He said, "Oh, she got kids. Game over."
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm 33. The game can be over. I'm okay with that.
I'm fucking crying.
I'm crazy. I'm way past that life now. But I have some great highlights.
Hey, hey, Kevin. Let me ask you, Kevin. No capping, right? On the comments. No capping on the comments, Kevin. Which one of my cousins you would have hit if you had the chance?
Yo, this man is crazy.
Jaylee.
How you gonna put him on the spot like that, bro?
You never got to answer it. I already know who it is.
Kevin doesn't shy away. That's what I like about Kevin. He actually answers the questions. So, yo, Kevin, which one of my cousins, bro? Don't hide now.
I already know who it is, Kevin.
Kevin said, goddamn, to be revenged.
To be It'd be Jaylee. I think Jaylee. Because me and Kevin used to be at war when we were younger. It was two Aries and we were just at war. I don't know why. We just had this unspoken, like, I don't think it was ever spoken of. We would just be like, you're you and I'm me. You stay over there and I stay over here.
Oh,
That family?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, yes. And then Shakino too, but I don't know where he went. But yes.
Okay.
Kevin said that he would have tried to take down Jailene and Amaryllis.
Oh shit, Amaryllis too? I didn't catch that one. I didn't catch that one. I didn't catch that one. I could see that. I could
What
see
are you
that.
talking about?
What about you, Javi? Now let me stop.
I took everybody down that I brought around.
Yo.
Yo.
The ones that I
Crazy.
did like, I took them down.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I'm telling you, I had a great 20s, man. I had a great fucking 20s. I did. I have to say. Whew, good time.
And like, would you have ever dated somebody like Jonathan Mayers?
Oh, the actor.
In my 20s? I don't know. I don't think
That's
so.
like asking if you took a shit, would you put it back in your ass?
Yo.
What happened to my shit?
Oh my god.
Next question, sir.
Why y'all gotta
Next.
sweat like
Hold
this?
on, let me do my
Stop.
best Cat Williams impression.
Next question, sir, because we're not going to play around like that. Not today. Today
have
isn't
an
the day that we
amazing
play
allegiance to
around like that,
losers.
sir. I'm making up too much money, and God has blessed me in all areas and aspects of my life. Let's not do that, sir.
No,
Next
but no,
question.
I didn't take down every friend. It was only a couple that I was like, I saw them and I was like, who that? That's what I want. Yeah, it was only a couple.
Oh man, I mean, like, what happened to him was effed up though. Like, but that's what happens when you fuck with a lot of Beckys.
Right.
You know, listen, it's funny because
You should promote that. White women are poison.
Listen. It's funny because I was looking on a thread on Twitter and they were saying that a lot of black men were doing that back in the day. They were dating white women because it was a way for them to get back at white men and to align more with power. And that makes a good point.
And
So
they
a lot
like
of,
big black cocks. Let's not forget about that.
I mean, yes. But you have to understand, white women also are not going to date. They know what they're doing when they date black men. Like, think about like football and think about basketball, think about famous black men. They're not dumb. They're not going to date brokies. They're going to date the black woman money.
What? I seen a broke black nigga take a white bitch down. I seen that before.
Well, yeah, there's no absolute truth. Two things to be true at once. But I'm talking about, like, I'm not talking about their level. I'm talking about the upper echelon level. And the upper echelon level, they usually go white girls, and the white women are gonna aim for the niggas to that money. If they're gonna be with a black man, it's gonna be a nigga with money. Unfortunately, I've had to open up my palette because, you know,
You like those blue-eyed devils?
The tax brackets are given.
So Kiki, you will never be scared of the naked mole rat.
No, I will not.
What the fuck?
So you telling me you like blonde, blue-eyed devils? That's what you like?
I mean, he also has to have a certain swag to him, but I'm not closing my palette to just black men. Why would I do
Wait,
that?
so who here will only date in their ethnicity besides her? She's open to stuff.
Yeah,
Everybody else is locked down to their own stuff.
All right, so hold on. Before I answer this question, like, when we say, oh, cannot, like, even though I don't like white women, can I still
And I don't mean
say-
just smashing. I mean like legit relationship.
Yeah,
like
I'm saying
there's a difference.
I will deal with anything as long as she's not a pink motherfucker. That's the only, like, I'm good. Like, if she's European and she look like a Caucasian, I'm good. I don't want that. I don't want that
it's a
at all.
preference. Now, I'm not saying that's not my first choice. Like, of course, I love black men, but I just feel like when we line up our lifestyles, they don't usually match. You know, like they just don't always match. You know, I'm not saying I can never find it. I just feel like it's just harder to find. And if I do find them, sometimes they're dating white women. You know what I'm saying? But for my stats and my background, what I can and things like that, it's hard to align that with my race for the most part.
I mean, I never dated a white woman. But I did date outside my race, my culture. I did.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. It was fun, but like, sometimes when you have two vastly different cultures, sometimes the relationship might not work.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, like I'm Garifuna, right? Well, most of us here are Garifuna.
Yeah.
So let's say as a Garifuna, you go and you try to date an Indian, like somebody from India. Our cultures are very different. There's tiny similarities, but it's very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wedding, the clothing, So like
The food.
the food. So it's like, situations like that sometimes, unless the other person is very, very open minded and
Yeah.
is willing to embrace your culture as well, then it
Yeah.
might
Yeah.
work. Maybe.
That's what you have to find somebody who's a little bit more down to earth. Like, for instance,
Yeah.
I mean,
Remember Kino? I dealt with that shit.
yeah. I mean,
Firsthand.
I would like, if somebody was like, "What's your ideal?" I'd be like, I would love a Yoruba Nigerian man. That would be like it for me. Like,
You want a bomba? You want
Akina,
I
a
would definitely love
bomba?
I would definitely love a Nigerian Yoruba man.
there's a question for you, Akina, on the chat. Somebody asked, have you ever dated Caribbean men?
Oh yeah, I did a lot of Caribbean men.
Like, how was your experience with that?
Um, so I'm probably not the best person to ask for this because once I see what you like, you can't tell me what to do unless you can tell me what to do. So most men will try to come into my life and tell me what to do, but they don't have the material to back up to tell me what to do.
So what is that material? What would they need?
Like having their life together.
Like what? Like what? So they need a house, they need a car, six
you need to have
figures.
you need to have direction. You need to like have a
Money.
career. You need to have like
Cash.
you need to like
Funds.
what'd you say?
Cash.
Hobby?
I said money. Cash. Funds.
You don't need to have money. You need to have direction because like no. Like it's about to be I'm not doing struggle love. Been there, done that. I'm not doing that. Like so I have dealt with Caribbean men, but it's funny because they might have all that on paper, but then they like have mommy issues or they don't respect women, and you like your head cocks to the side, and you're like, that's weird, and that's just weird for me. Like I have to like back away, but I wouldn't be opposed to Caribbean men. I just think it would have to be a well-rounded Caribbean man. Definitely.
Okay, I agree. I mean, like a lot of guys. Go ahead, Rafael. Go ahead.
Oh my bad. You said mommy issues. Did the men that you were dealing with, were they like single mom households, or did they have fathers in the picture too?
They had moms and they had their dad, but their dad was like in and out or like went back to their country and their mom was with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's
that
just
makes
like,
sense.
No,
Yeah.
Therapy. Now,
Yeah,
therapy,
that has a huge impact on our
It
culture
does.
for sure.
It does.
When
If
there's
they
no
went to
male
therapy-
figure in the household, you got a lot of men like that who disrespect women or this, that, and the third.
Yeah,
And that's probably what you've been running into.
Yeah, and I want you to also like, I mean, I do like that Caribbean men are really handy and they're strong and they're like assertive, because that's like I love the thought of being submissive, but then it's like when it really shows, like I said, the material don't be adding up. So it's like you can't know what to do unless you can tell me what to do. You can't.
I mean, I fuck with that. I feel like if you're gonna come and it's like if you're gonna come and tell me what to do, you better know about what I'm doing or doing it better than me. Meaning, like, let's say as an example, right?
Yes.
Let me use my DJ stuff, right? Let's say a guy comes and try to tell me how to either blend or mix, whatever, but he never really DJed. He never touched a controller or a CDJ
Yeah, you're not gonna
or
listen to him.
turntable. So it's like, like you don't have the background to come and tell me what to do.
Check the material.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's the material? The material is not materializing. I'm sorry.
Yes. It's true.
Next.
I mean, it's facts. I love it because I'm the same way. Like I hold everybody accountable in that sense where, like, if you're gonna come and talk to me about the military, you better have served. Like,
Right.
don't come and talk to me if you never put the boots on.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's the same thing with any career. Let's say, who's gonna come and tell Lil Wayne or Eminem about being the best rapper?
Right, being an MC, right?
Like,
Or
come on.
Beyonce. Like, how you gonna tell Beyonce what type of engineer she is? You're not Beyonce. Goodbye.
Yeah, you nowhere close to the Beyonce level.
Yeah. So I feel like in my experience, it'll start out good, but then I've also encountered a lot of men trying to like humble me, because it's like, oh, well, why don't you just do this instead of this? But I don't fucking like that. So why are you trying to tell me to do this? I don't want to do that. I don't want to live I don't want to live dollar to dollar. That's not how I live. I just work harder and make more money. So now you're telling me to like not get these things, or you don't need this, do it this way. I don't want to do it that way. I feel like my life is endless possibilities. So don't try to box me in. How about you work harder? How about that?
I have a question in regards to this to the guys, to the fellas. All right, guys. Let's say you with your girl, right? And your girl makes more money than you. Do you feel intimidated or do you feel emasculated?
Yes, they do.
No,
Oh, kudos to
Y'all be
you, man.
resentful. After a while, y'all get resentful.
bro. I don't give a fuck how much money you make. I'm not even gonna lie. I really don't care how much money you make.
Okay. So if she goes on,
Raphael,
let me
your
ask you a
mic.
question. If she goes on vacation, but she doesn't feel
My bad, bro.
comfortable paying for you, but she goes on vacation a lot, goes to eat out with her friends at 5-star restaurants a lot, will that affect you? Will that make you
If it's affecting the bills and
No,
responsibility,
cause I ain't
sure.
gonna be with her ass no more.
So that's what I'm saying. It does. That's what I'm saying. It does.
Yeah.
I'm telling you from experience, it affects the relationship. Once it
Nah,
became a nurse,
what I'm trying to say is you can make $1 trillion, my nigga. If you not thinking about me the same way I think about you, then I'm good. So that says a lot. Like you willing to go out with your friends, eat out, go on vacations, do all this extra shit, but then when it comes to me, you're not willing to pay.
it's
Yeah.
not
Like,
that.
and
It's
you
not
know
that.
I'm paying, and you know I'm paying already. I'm not with like if I wouldn't be with you if I'm not paying.
Well,
So
that's true too. But there's some bills is separate. I'm talking about like extracurricular activities because what happens is,
even
you know,
so,
you have friends who like my friends have careers or the same careers as me, so we can kind of say, hey, we want an Airbnb. Okay, well, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. Whereas sometimes when you're dating somebody who's not at the same level, they can't do the same things you can do. So therefore, you end up fronting the bill. Now, as a woman, I've said this before, my pussy's not going to get wet if I'm manning the shit. I'm sorry, it's not.
Yeah. That's a
Like,
fact.
hold on though.
if I'm in my masculine and I'm in my feminine,
Let me
there's no way my pussy's getting wet for you.
See, but
All
that's the
right, so let me
problem.
interject. Let me
That's the
interject.
problem.
So now, let me tell you, there's two type of niggas out here. There's
Yeah.
niggas that ask for money, and there's niggas
Mhm.
that don't ask for money. The
Yeah.
niggas that ask for money, that shit, all that shit you just said, that applies to niggas like that. Cause that's
Yeah.
all they do. They fucking ask for bread and never do nothing in return, and you a bum ass nigga. Now for the niggas that don't do that, they
Yeah.
basically reciprocating the same energy. It might not be on the same level. I might not be able to afford shit the way you can all the time, but just
Yeah.
know that I'm able to do it, and that's why I'm like you even allowing me to be even. I don't even. I hate to say it like that because
Yeah. I don't say
you know
allow,
what
but
I'm saying, but it's just more. It's just more about like. You wouldn't be with me if I was a broke nigga or if I wasn't on my shit or if I wasn't doing
yeah.
anything. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is when you mention shit like, oh, I'm going out with my friends. I eat out with my friends. I do all of this with my friends. We goes out. We spends money on 5-star hotels, have girl nights, all that shit. But then when it comes to me and you don't reciprocate that same energy, yes, that is crazy to me because it's
Well,
like, bro, it's
I
not. Hold on, listen, because it's not about the bread, bro. It's not. I know you got bread, but you don't hear me. You don't see me with my hand out expecting you to do anything. I'm doing the same shit you doing. I'm
no,
not
and
even.
there's ways to add to it. Like there was a time where I remember taking a man on vacation. I took him to DC. I fronted the whole thing. I got a trip to DC. I rented the car. I took us to Del. I think we went to Del Frisco's, everything. And then it came to like Bud, and he was like, "Oh, I wasn't even like gas." I was like, "You're not gonna like give me gas?" Or like, mind you, this person was my person at the time.
But
So it
see,
was like, oh,
see
they were
right
like,
there.
"Oh, well, I thought you had it handled." And I'm like, so as a nigga with a dick, you don't feel like your testosterone is not saying, "Hey, let me get you some gas. Hey, let me go get the bud at least, so we don't got to worry about the bud for the weekend." You feel me? Like I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy! Like you really just cool." And that was my nigga at the time. You're really just cool, like me doing this because you know I'm set up a little bit better than you. That's fucking wild. And that changed the whole trajectory of the trip because once I took a step back, I was like, hold up, he's like totally
That's
okay
a
with like
salty ass nigga.
fronting the whole
Yeah, I
bill.
ain't gonna lie, see, but see that right there, that's just a nigga that don't know about common courtesy. Cause I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie. Let me tell you something. Like if I have a joint pull up, right? She pull up, we smash, whatever, right? I told her to come through. What I look like not paying for the cab. You understand me? Like you gonna get home. I'm gonna get you home. Like I told you to come here. It's
Right.
common courtesy for you to pay for that cab as a nigga, bro. You
Right.
don't do that, that's crazy. Like you feel me? If like, and this is for niggas that got sisters, mothers, daughters. Like, how would you really feel if a nigga did that to like any of them? you
But
gonna
it
get
also
mad,
goes
right?
back to a culture thing. I always think it's a culture thing too. It's like a culture thing because I
Yo,
just feel like American. It's a culture thing
Me
because y'all
personally,
are
like
different than the majority.
me personally, if she's making her hard-earned money, why not? She can go out and spend her money how she likes. But if we are to get, but there's no but. Together, as long as like the bills that we have set are getting paid for, everybody's doing their due diligence. Sure, go
Yeah.
ahead. That's the money you work for. You save your money. There's no need for me to come tell you how to spend your money. That's
Yeah.
the way I.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, regardless of what type of man you are, I think all men don't really give a fuck about what a woman makes or how much bread she got.
I agree with
That's
that.
not really that's not one of the factors that like we tick off like, oh shit, all right, she's got to have bread for me to be with her, or that makes me more
I
Facts.
agree.
attracted to her.
But
I
you
agree.
Men
as
don't
a
really give a shit about how much money you got. That's
Real
more
men
of
don't
like
give a fuck about it.
that's a masculine quality. That's what
Yeah.
women find attractive. Men, we don't really care. You could have, more money than me, but like he said, like it's about consideration. One, like we both understand the fact that you make more. It's not about like throwing it in my face or going out or doing shit that I cannot do because you can. it's
Yeah.
it's more of a consideration thing, um when it comes to money and stuff like that and finances. But that's why I think, like, me personally, my own opinion is, as a man, you shouldn't get, and this is just my own personal opinion, and may trigger people, whatever the fuck, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe that you as a man should get with a woman who's in like a way higher status than you,
I
because
agree
at the
with
end of
you.
the day that will always affect your, I don't want to call it ego, but it's just, I'm very traditional when it comes to like
Yes.
relationships. So I
Yes.
think a man is supposed to be the provider and the protector
Mm-hmm.
of the household, right? You never want a woman who's making, fucking, let's say she makes 600,000 and you out
Mm-hmm.
here with a $70,000 fucking job a year.
Mm-hmm.
The dynamic is very different. And I
Yeah.
don't think that's the natural way of like how women and men are supposed to be in relationships.
I
I
mean,
think men are supposed to be, like you said, the leaders. They're supposed to have
Yeah.
vision and fucking and drive, and they're supposed to be leading you down a path of a better life. And a
Yeah.
woman is just not, personally, I don't feel like a woman is able to do that for a man. That's just
Yeah.
not her natural role.
And it's
Which
a
is
man
why
has
you're attracted to, people who are dominant and they have that
yes.
leadership quality that you're looking for.
Yeah, and I
When
also feel like when you have direction, you may not be
yeah,
where you want to be yet, but if you have direction, you're going to get to where you want to get to. But if you're just
eventually.
frolicking in the wind, then
Yeah,
I can't believe in your vision because you're frolicking in the fucking wind. So no, I don't trust
facts.
you. I don't feel secure. So I'm
Yeah.
not.
and I'm gonna keep it 100. Like, that's always just gonna be a one-sided thing because, like, yo, it's already hard enough. Like, I don't even mean to sound like I'm trying to sound like a sexist or anything, but it's hard to keep a woman happy in this era, whether she's broke, whether
Not, you
Women
don't
she's
sound
deserve
thin.
it.
sexist, bro. You sound
Like,
like a realist to me.
nah, no, dead ass. Like, it's hard to. It's like that shit is a 24/7 job too. Like, you feel me? Like, that shit is not easy, my nigga.
Well, I
Like,
don't
if
think it's realistic to think somebody you're not always going to be happy. I think there's ebbs and flows. There's highs and lows in every relationship, and you're not always going to be happy. It's about how
yo,
you guys work through those
it's
things.
not, nah, it's not
like
that.
Chris
It's
Rock
just more
said,
so. It's just more so about, you don't like, in your eyes as a man,
Chris Rock made a
that's a
funny ass
good
joke.
woman to you, so you don't want to lose her. You want, like, you
Yeah,
feel me? You want to give her that reassurance and know that you love her and you always gonna be there for her. You're gonna protect her, provide, do everything you can to show her that you that nigga for her. But
Or you
the
go to a
thing,
weaker woman, because I know, I from experience, I've seen people just go to a weaker woman. I've had people tell me, well, like, you were asking for too much, and I didn't feel like doing that. And me asking for too much is like,
well, then that's not a weaker woman. That's just a weak ass man. Like,
well,
that's
yes,
not
but it's
really.
also a weaker woman because when the woman's like, hey, I'll take you on vacation, don't worry about it, in your direction, then you're getting rewarded for not even being a stand up person. You know what I'm saying? Whereas for
Again,
me, it's like,
again, that goes back to the man. If a man accepts that, you're a
yeah,
fucking wiener, nigga.
yeah. I was gonna
Because I'm
say
not
that's
even
more
gonna
on
lie. Like,
that's
I'm
more
not
on the
even gonna
man.
lie. Like,
okay,
that's a cool gesture, but I would rather that coming from somebody that I'm married to, and
Yeah.
that's my wife, and that's just like, you feel me, a girlfriend. Like, I'm not really expecting a girlfriend to just buy me a ticket. And I mean, unless we've been together for
Yeah,
like maybe
facts.
longer than 5, 6 years or some, I'm not expecting her to buy me a ticket to go to Jamaica and go enjoy it with my friends or with her, whatever. Like, I'm not expecting her to do that. Like,
Yeah.
I already know that's more of, and like I said, not to sound sexist, that's more like of a God thing. Like the
Yeah. No.
same
No.
thing
No.
how men initiate first dates. Like, you don't see a
Yep.
woman out here saying, "Oh, I got the first bill." The first, like, you don't really see that like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's
The
just
pick Mishas do. Let me tell you, there's pick Mishas out there. The pick Mishas, the pick me's, woo,
The
they're doing it.
picniches.
The pick Mishas are doing it. Let me tell you. And I had a man
What
tell me,
qualifies a woman as a pick me?
a pick me is I
yeah.
don't
I
give
ain't
a
gonna
fuck.
lie.
I
I
don't give
need
a
to.
fuck what you got going on. I just want to have you around. So, from my experience, I've seen, yeah, your life is turned upside down, and you're like not a real good father, and you don't fucking pay for your children. But like, I'm taking you on vacation, and the man stands back and is like, I didn't pay for any of that vacation, and it's like, ew, you're proud of that? So you're a bitch now. That's what you're telling me. You're a bitch, and she's the bitch.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn.
That sounds kind of
Ruthless.
gay. I'm not even gonna lie. That sounds extra gay. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you.
It was
Like,
like
that
I didn't
sounds
pay
like
for none.
some
I didn't pay for none of
LBGT
that.
community shit. Like,
Yeah, and I'm like, you just proud out here, just saying, oh, I didn't pay for it. Like, you just think that's like cool. Like, ew.
don't
Like,
get me wrong.
you
I done
bitch
had
made.
a couple of joints like pay stuff for me and shit, and that's cool. But it's not nothing that, it's
To be
menial
proud of.
shit, like small
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's not even shit that I would like go crazy over. Like, you feel me? I just feel like as a man, like, I don't think you should be letting a woman do
Niggas
that
get
for
booed
you.
out, not
So
niggas.
I feel like, nah, I feel like he shouldn't let her do that so early. Like, if you doing that so early, like, it's like you gonna get comfortable, and then that shit's just gonna be a problem later on. Like,
You think
so
so?
yeah, I feel like that shit is more like, I feel like shit like that, when women want to do that, I feel like that should be coming from like a wife or somebody you've been with for like 6, 7 years. Like, I can't see a girl that I've been with for 2 years and she's like, yeah, I'm about to go get us a ticket to Jamaica. I'm gonna pay for everything, and then I'm gonna feel all right with it. Like, I'm gonna feel, first of all, me myself as an individual, I'm gonna feel mad guilty.
Not this man. This man
I'm
was
gonna
Really?
feel
happy.
mad guilty. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna be thinking about that shit. Like, damn, like, now I'm gonna really have to, like, all I'm gonna be thinking is I gotta match this now. Like, I gotta go
Yeah.
extravagant now. Like,
Well, what
now
if
I
it's
gotta
out of
go.
like what if it's out of like the genuine nature of her heart? Like she loves you
Nah,
and
you
she
What if
out here
I don't
desperate.
she
love
trying
her,
to treat
nigga?
you like
What if I
no
don't
other
love her,
woman has
nigga?
treated
What
you
if I'm
before.
with her?
I
Like,
think that's desperation. If you
It's
are,
I don't know, bro.
in my
Like,
that's
it's
experience,
a
they was
lot of
only
shit. Like,
together
I'm
like
not
3
saying that
months.
that's what I would do, but
Yeah.
it's like there's so many variants. Like, what if I'm with her, but I'm still not sure if I want to spend the rest of my life with her? Like, it could be shit like that happening
And
to
it's
you,
funny
bro.
because that's exactly what the person said. Oh, we just dating. I don't even know where it's gonna go. So it's like,
the guy that you took on the trip?
oh, I ain't do that shit. I ain't never doing that. It was
Oh.
the person. No, I'm not. I'm not a pick me, baby. No. Mm-mm. They was like 3, 4, 5 months in, and the person was like, "Oh, I was like, oh, you don't got money, but you got money to go on vacation. Well, I ain't pay for none of that." And I'm like, ew, like you're proud of that? Like you're a bitch, like
Yeah.
And it's like that's when I heard that I was like, ew. Like at that moment, I was like, ew. I can see what type of man you are. Like you are like ew, because like a real man's gonna be like, I think that's a little weird, and that's also called love bombing. To me, that's love bombing because we're not even dating that long, and you buying me trips. It's a little weird.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that
Like
love bomb shit is real. I ain't
and I
gonna lie.
and I want to ask the question on regards to like accountability when it comes to all of this. Like okay, growing up in the United
Women run away
States,
from
right?
that.
like
They don't.
like in the United States is a very materialistic society. Well, the world is becoming like that as a whole because of social media. Social
Right.
media has exposed, like for instance, when Shaq and I grew up in Honduras, we didn't have no goddamn exposure to the United States.
No.
Like we all we
Bro,
knew was the American
y'all niggas
movies,
lived in the jungle, bro.
literally.
Like,
Chopping
y'all
trees and
niggas
shit.
lived in the jungle, climbing mad trees, eating
But I
coconuts,
wouldn't even
bro.
consider myself materialistic, and I've been in America. I consider myself realistic in the sense of like I don't want to just live to pay bills. I want to have a life. So
Yeah.
I want us to be able to go to the grocery store and get craft, not get great value if I don't feel like it. I want us to be able to go, I want us to be able to go to Turks and Caicos and still pay our mortgage and still pay for our car notes and not be fucking broke. That is, to me, that is a life. I don't have designer bags. The designer bags I have been given to me as gifts. I'm not a designer chick. I don't care about Gucci. They don't want me wearing Gucci. So why the fuck I'm going on my way to buy Gucci? I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck about YSL. Maybe I like the perfume, but I buy them with my own credit card. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not into like the labels. That's so it was always funny to me when I would have issues with my ex because I'm like, I'm not even a label bitch. Like these bitches is asking for labels out the door. Like buy me a Birkin. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm talking about a life. I'm talking about being able to pay your fucking bills and still be able to go to the nicest restaurants and go to a nice vacation every once in a while without being broke after.
Real quick. Raphael, somebody said on the comments, I wish that more men could think like you.
Yes. Amen.
Like me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's true. That I'm just speaking like just natural biology and how I see it, right? Like I said before, men are supposed to be the providers for their women, right? And if you get in a relationship with a woman or whatever the fact is, you have an obligation and a responsibility to now provide for her. Regardless of, if it's a year or 2 years or whatever the fuck happens, that's
Mm-hmm.
your job as a man in a relationship, right?
You need to
It's
do a
cool
Facts.
TED
for her
talk.
to take
Hey,
you out
well,
on like a date
TED
or
talk,
two or
Raphael.
whatever. That's cool. It's good to feel like appreciated as a dude,
Of
but
course.
I feel like as a man, like that's your God given responsibility. If you're gonna lay down with somebody and you're gonna, bust cheeks and do whatever you got to do with her, like make sure that you're taking care of that portion too. You're not just, I call it a lambong, a freeloader. You're not just sitting around fucking waiting for her to do shit for you, or like you said, wait for
Mhm.
her to lead you and direct you.
Oh,
That's
definitely.
not her job. Her job
But
is
when a
to,
woman likes you, she's going to trick on you. When I like a nigga, you're gonna have the
yeah.
finest things. But
Hey,
if I,
Mm-hmm.
at the back of my mind, I have boundaries, maybe walls, boundaries, whatever you want to call it. But if I know in
Yeah.
the back of my mind, you can't meet me where I'm at, then nah, nigga, you ain't about to get the finest things. And when I did try, look at you, sound like you showed up and said, hey, let me get you gas or let me at least buy the bud. Bud? You're not even buying the bud? No.
hey, guys. There's a question that somebody asked. We're gonna go one by one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Evelyn Chamorro asked, "What if I'm making more than him and we do things together? 5 years down the line, I lose my job.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on that?"
bro, that's an easy question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Uh,
So for the man, I'll jump in. For the man, nothing really changes, right? Because like I said before, it doesn't matter how much your woman is making, even if she makes substantially more than you. Your job is to provide. So if she loses her job, you gotta pick up the slack. You gotta figure out what the fuck to do to make sure that y'all both living sustainably. You don't have to elevate it to the point where she was, because if
Mm-hmm.
she's making fucking, like I said, 600 grand,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't fucking replace that income real quickly, that's fine, that's acceptable. But you should be paying the bills. You should already be doing that regardless whether or not she makes more money than you, because
Mm-hmm.
that's your job, that's your role. I'm big in, like, I think roles do exist. I think roles for men and women do
They
exist,
do.
and it doesn't mean that, like, oh, because a man is providing and working, that a stay-at-home wife or whatever is weaker, or because she's a seen as a submissive woman, she's not as valuable as a woman who's fucking working 9 to 5 or got her own business. Those women are just as valuable, right? Because they taking care of a whole different responsibility that I can't, right? I'm at work, I'm busting my ass. So I think if my woman is at home, take care of the house. If we got kids, you take care of the kids. I
Mm-hmm.
provide, and boom, that's how we're putting in 50-50. We're not doing the same exact job or the same exact role, but that's the point. You know what I
It's
mean?
a partnership.
I'm
It's a
not
Rafael,
a woman
partnership.
and she's not a man. So we
Yeah.
gotta we gotta do our own part.
Yeah.
Rafael, I love what you said because that is called gender roles, and a
Yeah.
Yeah.
lot of women. I'm saying women because specifically women hate that term.
Hate that
But
shit. They
I
hate it.
love gender roles. See, so I'm a little different than like my girlfriends, right? Because we talk about this stuff. And it's funny because I was talking to my older sister and she was like, bitch, you need to manifest a husband that's going to keep you in the house. Because I love being barefoot in the kitchen. I love tending to the home. When I was a fake stay at home, because when I was pregnant and I was like, I was really sick. in the beginning, I used to love having dinner done, having the dishes done, having the laundry done, and then by the time he walked in the house, the shower was running. Okay. And I was dressed up in my lingerie. You know what I'm saying? So
There
like
you go. That
that was like my happy place. I'm like, this is it. Like this is I'm ready. Like
that's
this is
how it's
family
supposed to
life.
be.
And I got it. I mean, unfortunately, the rug was pulled from under me, but that was like it for me. I was like, okay, this is my wish fulfillment. This is what I want in life. Like to
Yeah.
make my man feel comfortable coming home, to make sure there's a good dinner on, there's a hot dinner on the stove, make sure his clothes are clean, because I wasn't working like that at the time. I wasn't. I was too sick. I couldn't go to work like that. So, I believe in gender roles. I believe in tradition.
I
And
got a
even though I
question.
make more, just because I make more doesn't mean you're still not the man. It's just I have
Yeah.
to see what type of character you have. So you're not
I got a
waiting on
question.
me.
All right, go
I got a
ahead.
question for you. And this is really for most women, at least from what I've seen naturally, right? Women, a lot of women want that, right? Most women don't really want to work. Let's just be fucking honest, right? Women don't want to work. They don't want to be in charge of bills and this, that, and the third. They rather live a free life where a man could take care of them. And like you said, right? All you got to do is worry about cooking, cleaning, and catering to your man, and he's taking care of everything else.
Yes.
My question is, do you come do you already come to a relationship with that feminine energy, or do you have to make the man work for that?
So I'm all about courting. So I will say that I feel like from my past, I didn't always come in with feminine energy. I think whoever I date now, I'll come in with that feminine energy because I've learned
Yeah.
a lot in this process, right? And that how to obtain my family life that I really want to manifest.
Yeah.
But I didn't. But I also want to take into account that when a man doesn't make you feel safe, it's hard to be in your femininity.
I
And the
agree.
person I was dating didn't make me feel like if I was to break my ankle and not be able to go see clients and patients, that you would be able to hold down a household. I
Mm,
didn't feel that way. I felt as though it would be all on me.
gotcha.
So I feel like, and it's funny you say that because I think what gets lost in translation is that when a woman is in her masculine, it's because she doesn't feel safe with you.
Mm,
She doesn't. If she sees that, well, I'm gonna speak for myself because some women are just hard asses. But me, I like to see what type of mind you have. What's your character? And
mm,
that's why Caribbean men and Hispanic men, I think, and white men win in this area is that they don't give a fuck what's going on. Even if they make less than the woman, I still don't want you doing that much. I
mm,
got it. Even if
yep.
they got to work, my dad worked 2, 3 jobs. My mom had a degree. But my dad worked 2, 3 jobs. He didn't have a degree like my mom. But one thing about my dad, he wasn't fucking lazy.
Yeah.
He's like,
He
I'm gonna
busts
work
his
two, three
ass.
jobs just to catch up to where you at and just to make sure we have a good life.
Facts.
And men don't do like a lot of men aren't like that anymore,
Yeah.
But if I see a man with direction and he has character and he's about like I gotta make sure I take care of mine first before I can just frolic in the wind. Oh nah, I'm gonna totally be like, Poppy, I see you. I like the motivation. I'm with it. Like I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna be passenger princess. You got it. But
Yeah.
I just feel like when a woman isn't feminine or in her feminine state, it's because she doesn't feel safe with that man.
Okay, I have a question
I
now.
agree.
Like, I have a question. Like, first, Miss Evelyn. I don't know if you're still watching us, Miss Evelyn, but if you're still with us, I have a question for you.
We didn't even answer her question.
You did it
uh,
really well. You did it
yeah,
for
you
our
did
boss.
it. She liked your answer. She said thank you for answering,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
she
you
said
will.
more. I'm gonna read it. But I have a question for you, Miss Evelyn. What if it's the other way around? What if like
Facts.
Mhm.
he's working and then he's losing his job? Like, will you
Yep.
still remain in that relationship? Will you still hold him down, or will you view him as less of a man and will you drop him? That's a question for you, Miss Evelyn. Now,
I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like that question is subjective to women
what do you mean by that?
Why you say that?
because, like, there's. I'm telling you, man, it's circumstantial. That's how I see it.
Well, if
Like,
you know a man's character and direction, I feel like I'll fall in love with him even more because I know my man is like a hard worker, and if he
man,
wakes up,
I seen certain men that like real good men, like that I
yeah,
personally know. They have good head on their shoulders. They have all of that, and they've fallen on hard times because shit happens, and I done seen like women that they've been with that you think they gonna stick around forever no matter what, and
Yeah.
nah, they walked away and
And it
made it
wasn't
look.
real love. It wasn't
Yeah,
real
and that
love.
Yeah, I was
sucks,
gonna
and
say it's
that
bullshit.
sucks, and that's why I say it's subjective because, like, truthfully speaking, and again, like, I don't want to make this sound one sided, but a lot of niggas don't do that. Like, men really don't be doing shit like that. That
Yeah.
ass, like,
Like,
a
like
man will
what?
take a broke ass woman, even if
Yeah.
she was homeless and had nowhere to fucking live. Like, he will dead build her up from the ground up, and it don't matter whether that bitch leave or not. Like, just know that I was there for you when you had nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
I
when you
was on
literally,
both sides of that. So
Yeah, we
I
spoke about it last weekend.
yeah, I was on both sides of that. The person I was with, the father of my child, like he helped me get through nursing school. Like I was able to work like part time and get through nursing school because he was like, "Yo, just get through nursing school. Like, you got it." And I did get
Mm.
through nursing school, but then there was a sense of like there was supposed to be. I felt like he felt like it was supposed to be like a role reversal. Like, well, now that you went to nursing school, you got it all. Like you can afford it. And it was like, but like you're still a man and you still have a child you need to support outside of me. So like you should just want to get it regardless if I have it or not. You know what I'm saying? Because if I fall
facts,
off the earth tomorrow, you still have a child
facts.
to support. And so
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
But okay, so Kiki, let me ask. So like, did he expect, for instance, like for you to like to take the baton so he could go to school?
yes, but he didn't have a direction of what he wanted to do for school. We both started nursing school together. He failed out. That's not my fucking problem. He didn't take it seriously like I was taking it seriously. Because I
Take
remember
notes, man.
yeah, I distinctly was like, I was a study freak because I knew where I didn't want to be fucking broke after
Yeah.
29. Okay. So I would go to the library and study for 12 hours. This man would be like, I don't got to study like you. You be studying all the time. I said, well, there's no other choice but success. So I have to study a lot. And within that year,
Nigga
he
gonna
failed out
fuck
of
around
nursing
and kill
school.
people.
I finished top of my class. Okay.
Miss Evelyn wrote, I went to work, I took him to therapy, and while he was recuperating, he would cook, clean, and the kids and I
Oh,
had a meal every day.
yep.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
had that too. I'm not
she's a
gonna lie,
real
I
one
had that
though.
too.
But
I
see,
had that
that's a
too.
rarity. That's a
Yeah.
one
She's
percentile.
the exception.
She is a one percentile. Like, I'm not
I
gonna
Yeah.
think
lie, there's not a lot of women that's built like her.
because
It's not.
like Miss Evelyn, she's a more mature lady, right? So she's
Yeah,
obviously not from our generation or the younger
right.
generation. So she's
Yeah.
from an era where women actually value the concept of having somebody's back, like having your
Yeah,
partner's back. Like
Family.
she comes, yeah, she comes from that generation where like, let me have brains before twerking.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, bro.
But let
let,
me
I'm not
also
gonna lie.
say there's a difference
I
between having
hate.
somebody's back and then
I
also
hate.
settling. So you
yeah,
gotta know the
Listen.
difference. There's a
There's
yeah,
two
difference between having
types.
somebody's back and then just being and because I do feel as black women and women of color, we often settle. There's a difference
yeah.
between having somebody's back and settling just because you want a fucking nigga there. I'm sorry.
Yo,
Yeah.
Like,
and this generation, bro, I hate this generation so much because there's two types of people I hate in this fucking world now. I hate
He is
mama's
a strong
boys.
word.
I hate mama's boys, and I hate daddy's little girls. Like, I don't like that shit. I hate those two type of people because
Why?
because they never make a situation. It never comes out good with them. A mama's boy, nigga, you're gonna call your mother for everything. For every fucking thing,
Yeah,
you're gonna
I've
call your
experienced that.
mother for everything.
Mhm.
That's a problem, nigga. And then for
Yeah.
daddy's little girl, it's like, nigga, you think I'm your dad? I'm not gonna do everything your dad did for your mom. Like,
Well, let
I
me be on.
can't.
Let me say this because I think the concept is people miss the concept when. Let's go outside of this generation.
No, no, listen,
When
listen,
but
listen.
how do
Cause
you
I know,
just
hold on.
just one thing,
I'm a
just one thing, just this one thing. When you are taking a woman and you're courting her, the idea is that she's leaving her home, her nest, right? And if she's safe in that nest, that means you're going to provide that same safety or better.
Exactly.
So
Yep.
I don't agree with the daddy's girl thing. I don't.
You
Yeah, see,
want,
that's
you
not
want to
even what
hear
I'm
one of my
saying.
biggest red flags?
That's not even what I'm saying. And that's
Okay.
why I wanted you to hear me out.
Okay. Okay. I'm
Because
hearing.
because at the end of the day, you like there's a difference between you being like a good father, a good husband, and all that, and me
Yeah.
trying to emulate what your father did.
Nah,
You
that's
feel
crazy.
me? Because your father could have been a fucking drug dealer and he could have
Oh
given
yeah.
you the
Nah.
whole world and did everything, and you want me to convey those actions
Nah.
to give you everything because that's what you're used to and that's what I mean. Like,
Okay.
you feel me? I'm going to be what my mother raised me to be, and that's
Yeah.
to be a good man, a loving husband, a fucking protector, and a provider. That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do that on my terms. And you're like, it's either you're gonna stick with me or not. Like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna do everything.
I
Like,
agree.
you feel me? And that all depends on what kind of father you had. Like, you feel me? Like, and if you a bratty, stuck up, fucking materialistic, lazy ass girl, I don't fucking want that, because that's all your father showed you. He didn't show you any moral values. He didn't show
Mm-hmm.
you what is
How you
what
get
kind of
money?
woman you should be
Yeah.
to your husband. He didn't show you any of that. All he did was buy shit for you and thought like, yo, if a nigga ain't doing that for you, he ain't the one.
By the way, Miss Evelyn, the one that was talking, his name is his name is Luke Kane. Nah, his name is Javi. His name is Javi. She was
He
interested
said
to
Luke
know who
K.
was. Yeah, like that. um, his name is Javi. Yeah, he's got Ifana too.
Yeah.
And he's speaking facts. I think she liked what you were saying.
Yeah, he has a point. He does have a point because
She said
especially
I
what Evelyn
definitely.
said.
She said I definitely agree with you. Sorry, I don't know your name.
Yeah. Yeah, you're
But
right. You're right.
You know what I'm
eh,
saying? Like, so at the end of the day, you as your own woman, like your father didn't raise you for you to find somebody like him. He raised you so you could be a loving wife and a nurturer and and all that shit to a nigga that was groomed for you. You know what I'm
And
saying?
also to
Because
make
at the
sure
end of
that
the
you are
day,
safe and
yeah,
protected.
yeah,
Because
at the end of the day, your man is gonna come from a different family.
yeah,
So at you as a woman, it's up to you whether you feel like this nigga is for you or not.
it's
Like,
true.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Hmm. Yeah.
and and I have a thing. I have a thing when it comes to this part, right? Like, how long are you willing to wait for that person to get themselves together? For instance, let's say you've been in a relationship for like 6 years, right?
8 years.
Out of those six, out of those, out of
Said a
those,
year.
yo, out of those 6 years, right? He was having your back. Let's say you went to school, you did your thing. Now, it took you 4 years to do that, right? Mind
Hmm.
you, you've been together for 6 years. So he
Hmm.
waited for you to be done for 4 years. Well,
Yeah.
are you willing to return the same amount of years that he waited for you? Or are you gonna just be like, nah, like, I need you to move faster. So if you're not in my level, we can't be together anymore. But it's a shorter time frame that you're giving him than that he gave you.
Well, how about this? I did 8 years and he's still not where I'm at. I mean, he's in his career now, but he's still not where I'm at. And what he does, somebody at 25 can do. So
I would say shit's when it comes to women and men, shit's never equal. So even if he
yeah.
gave her 4 years, a woman is never gonna hold that standard, right? But
Hmm.
my one rule for I guess any other men listening to this who are not in relationships, right? Yeah, single. Work on yourself. Do you build yourself up so you don't have to have a woman wait on you, right?
That
Because
part.
that's
And
one of
give
the
me
biggest
attention.
or
issues I
you
see
don't end up with a woman
with,
like that.
with young men today. Young men will get with a woman and
Hmm.
then try to build their lives with that woman, right? But she's waiting for you to provide and protect and do all that, right? Like you just said, right? You were waiting for that. If
Hmm.
he had already had that, you guys would probably still be together.
Oh, definitely. And
But
then when he did get it, it was like, well, you're not supporting me enough. And it was like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to give you my left titty? We literally live in my house with Wi-Fi that you don't pay for. What do you want me to do?
yeah,
Free
Like I
That's my
young
Wi-Fi
answer.
men,
is
build
free
yourself
Wi-Fi
up,
is
bro. So you
crazy.
could
like
pick
like
anybody you want.
Yeah.
I grew up with my grandparents, and my grandparents taught me a lot of values in life. And one of the values that they taught me is, as a man, you're never supposed to move into a woman's house. You're
Never.
supposed to have your own thing.
Yep.
My
You're
house.
supposed to like be established and solid. Like, don't be
Yeah.
living under a woman's roof, because
Oh my
right
God, I learned
automatic
that the hard way.
it
Oh man.
automatically it automatically demasculates you right off the back.
Well,
Like,
now he
Exactly.
has his own. Now he has his own, but that's because Akina taught him. Because that's what I do in people's lives. Whether it's a man or a woman, whether you are a friend that used to be my friend or you're a man I used to date, you always do better after me because I show you the ropes, and then you learn from me, and then you go do what you do.
I mean, I love that confidence, because
Nigga
it's
trying to
true.
call herself Steve Kerr. You hear
Not all
this?
these bitches, all these niggas, all these niggas, and all these bitches is my sons. I promise you, 100%. I,
Oh,
I even in conversation, the person was like, you motivated me. I learned a lot from you. Oh, to give to somebody else. I hear you. I get it. You like it, I love it.
Hold on,
nah.
hold on.
You like
Infrared,
it, I love
infrared,
it.
infrared.
So now when you meet this new person, they think you're this great person that has all your shit together, but nigga, you just got there. Like what?
Bumble
I
cloud.
feel like there should definitely be time frames for like almost anything in a relationship or in life. Period. I
Right.
feel like me,
Bro,
I
we're
knew that
already
like
living on a time frame. All
yeah,
of us
like
are living on borrowed time. So
literally. Like I knew that once I got out of high school, I knew that I didn't want to stay in my mother's house any longer.
Yeah.
Past the age of 20, I wasn't gonna. I knew it.
Yeah.
My struggle when I turned 18 and I graduated from high school, my struggle was okay. Where do I go from here?
Yeah.
That I don't want to go to college upstate or anything like that because I don't want to get in debt. At least not now, right?
Right. Right. Right.
So I felt like nah, I need a different way to exit my mom's house in a way that I'm gonna like leave and leave for good and never come back. So I knew right off the back the only way to do that was the military. Yes, at that time the war was still going on. Yes, but I
Yeah.
wasn't. I was more afraid of being in my mother's house and being complacent and being a
Yeah.
loser than getting killed at war.
Yeah.
So me personally, I always held myself to that type of standard where like, okay, by 21, I'm gonna have my own car, my own apartment. I did that. By 22, I'm gonna have a certain amount of college credits. I did that. By
Yeah.
24,
Nice.
I'm gonna be getting out of the army and I'm gonna start my new job and get my new like basically I had literally goals for almost every year of my life up to this point.
And that's direct, but that's direction. A lot of men lack direction. So this is my question to you guys as men. What do you think would help with the gender? Because I feel like there's a gender war going on. I feel like we are not meeting each other to understand, or I had a conversation with an ex, and it was like I didn't feel secure, and you didn't trust me, right? Like I didn't feel secure, and the other person didn't feel like they could trust me, or I guess enough to like go through life and feel supported. So where do we get the line in the middle where we can hear each other and see each other for what it is?
I'm gonna go first with this one. I feel like not for anything. It might sound a little machista, but it's not at all. But I feel like nowadays that respect has left the relationship, especially coming from women towards men. I feel like
Yeah.
nowadays women are easier and faster to come
Mhm.
and call you, oh you body boy, you faggot, or you this, or you
Mhm.
less of a. And basically, women are quicker to say something completely out of pocket compared to men to a woman. So not they know most women nowadays know that like the slightest thing we say or do, we get canceled or we go to jail. So it's
Yeah.
like the power is shifting where like women know that and they're starting to like grab us by the balls in a sense
Okay.
and be like you ain't gonna do shit nigga because you know that I got you like look what happened to Johnny Depp with Amber
heard.
whatever
You
yeah
fucking heard, bro.
he was already he was in the public's opinion he was already guilty before he
Yeah.
was found. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he was a man. So
Yeah.
to most people, oh, man cannot be in a domestic abuse relationship. Most men
That's
cannot get hit.
probably why more dudes are
Nah, I boxed
transitioning
up my
now.
ex. I boxed up that nigga before. I boxed
You
him
boxed
good.
him up.
Oh yeah, I did. I did. I
You
did.
fucking crazy.
I
yo
did.
yo
See,
Keith,
see,
you,
I'm,
your
my
face, yo,
answer
your
for this
face.
question, bro, is not even the individual, but the household, right? So
Yeah.
you
What up
can't
Gary?
expect a man that you're dating to lead if he was never shown how to lead by a leader, if that makes
Woo!
sense,
That's a
right?
word right there. You're
So if
right.
he never had like a father who was a good role model who told him this is how you treat women, you provide, you protect, you don't ask them for nothing, you build yourself up, this, that, and the third, he has no model to look at, so he'll never know what to do. Same thing for women, right?
Mm-hmm.
Women who don't know how to cook, don't know how to fucking clean or take care of a household, think that twerking their ass is the most value that they could provide for a man. Those women have never been taught how to be a wife. You know what I mean? How
Well,
to take
I
care of
cook
your
anyway.
man, how to be feminine. So a man could be masculine. You need those role models.
Well,
I didn't
I'll
hear
say
shit.
from
What
my
she said?
experience, my past ex did have a father in the house and did have a mother, but the mother was very masculine, and the dad was also masculine, but he wasn't home as much.
And that's the problem. So if he's not around, right, and
Mhm.
the only masculine figure he has in his life is a woman,
So he
He does.
expected me to be like
A
his mother.
woman will never, ever, ever in a million years teach a man how to be a man because she's not a man,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
agree.
just a fact.
Yeah.
Same thing for a man, right? I can't teach a woman how to be a woman because I'm not a woman, but I could
Yeah.
teach my daughter, who hopefully will have in the future. I could
Yeah.
teach her what's the kind of guy to look for, what kind of qualities you should be looking for, how to
Right.
treat a man, you know what I mean? What not to do. Don't box up your boyfriends
Yeah, I can't
because
box.
not all men are equal. Some men are really savage, bro, and will box you back. Me and
I
my
was cool with
one
that.
rule
I was
is
cool with that. I was ready.
I would never hit a woman unless she got a knife, a bat, or a deadly weapon. I would
I
never
was
Yes.
put
ready for
in my
that.
hands on a woman ever.
But what's fair is that I knew the person was about to abandon me. So I was like, let me just get my licks in now. You ain't finna come back anyway.
Yo, you wow. But that's a big thing to avoid, man. Don't Men and women are different, man, biologically, right? Just naturally. Like a man, if he really wanted to hurt you, he could hurt you any day, 100%.
He was skinny.
Oh my
It don't
God,
matter if
yo,
he's skinny.
yo,
It don't
No, I know.
matter.
But I was ready because I knew when I did that, I was like,
Yo.
give me back, give me back. Fuck it. But
She's crazy, bro.
yeah, that's my cousin. That's why I love her. That's
but
why I
I've
love her.
also have done a lot of therapy since then. But yeah, at the time I was like, man, we just gonna see what happened, man. I'm mad. Fuck this. You played
Like,
on my head top. Now I gotta
Don't
fucking
touch that, bro.
like for instance, like there's some countries like Nigerians or Jamaicans that they will slap
I
fire.
will never. But that goes back to what Raphael was saying because I dated Nigerian men. I would never talk to him. I dated Nigerian men, and I would never talk to them or deal with them the way I dealt with my ex. That's the funny part. So it's
Yeah.
about your character. I knew he was food, so I treated him like food. You know what I'm gonna treat you how you treat yourself, my nigga. You know what I'm
Thanks.
saying? You feel me? Like, but I've dated Jamaican men. I've dated West Indian men. I've dated Nigerian men. A Nigerian man would never stand for that. What? And I never thought, and no matter what they did, I never in my mind said I'm about to talk to him like he's amoeba on shit. I never felt that way. I said he is not going to take that shit, so I will never talk to him like that. So you
He
get
didn't
the
earn your
respect.
respect.
Yeah, it was about respect.
Exactly.
I didn't respect that nigga.
And going full circle with that. That's why I said like nowadays that respect is leaving the relationships.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I feel like that's the core. That should be the core principle from day one.
Mm.
Respect. Like I feel like
Yeah.
that's one of the things that has worked in my relationship with my wife. That my
Mhm.
wife, I have never called my wife a bitch, a
Yeah.
slut, none of that. Not
Yeah.
like I have used cuss word while I'm getting mad, but not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
at her. Like I said, like fuck, shit, like that. But like
Yeah.
never
That's no.
never told like oh yeah oh Lacey suck my dick like
Right.
nothing
I
disrespectful
said
like
that.
that.
I said that. I'm like, suck
That's
my
wild,
dick.
bro.
I used to say suck my dick all the time. I'm like, yo, suck my
That-
dick, nigga. But let me also say, I saw a TikTok or a reel where it said a man values respect more than love, and a woman values security more than love. And I felt like that was the loudest thing.
You
Well,
want to hear a hot
safety more than
topic?
love.
This is my thought on it. Men
Yeah.
love women more than women actually love men. That's my personal view on relationships.
I agree.
I
Nah, I
100%
beg
believe
to
One
that.
differ.
Gary, one.
I beg to differ on that one.
You beg to
You
differ
agree
on
with
that?
I
that?
feel like, uh, you know, men are the ones, we got something to chase.
That's my nigga.
Yeah.
That's how it's been. The women pick and choose. Remember that.
Have a
We
pick of the
out
litter,
there
bro. They got a
chasing
thousand
ass,
choices.
but a woman is gonna know what she wants, and
Mhm.
she got 20 people coming at her, and she's gonna pick and choose which one of them she
It's
wants.
true.
Which is the
It's
best
true.
candidate.
You know.
Exactly.
May the best
On the
man win.
flip
That's how I always say
side,
it. Best man
Yeah.
win. How you coming?
it's
May the
like
best man win. Now, I also know,
right,
like, you have to know
right.
who you are. I know I can be intimidating because I'm very sure of self, right? But like I said, if you are respectful of yourself and you know who you are, and you come to me with that, oh, I have no choice but to be like, okay.
I feel like also like let's be honest. There are many times there's a lot of women that like to test men. They want to see if the man got balls to react
Oh,
to
I'm not
certain
doing that.
It's a
situations.
shit test.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
what they
like
do.
there's
I'm
a
not doing
that
that.
I've been there, done that. Where
That
I got
that is
shoved.
everyone. I feel like that's every woman that do that. You know,
Yeah.
because it's like as a man, you are expected to be the one that provides security for the family.
Yeah.
You have to be strong in every situation. So you know, in most situations, the woman is testing you
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to see how you handle it, whether it means a strength situation or a situation where you need to just be calm and say, no, this is your department, handle it, because that do you see the power in the household, you got to have like a split of power. The man just can't be no, that's not how it works,
Yeah.
you know. Because remember, she have her responsibility in the home.
Yeah.
She basically is the boss of the house,
Yeah.
right? You ain't really got no say in the house as a man,
But you guys are the lead. I think what it is
That's
but
not
you
how
the
it's
more a
supposed
boss,
to be, though.
covert. It's more of a covert lead for the woman.
right?
Unfortunately.
It's more
Right.
covert. Where for me, my ideal is that yeah, we work together, but like you lead the shit. Like I don't want to have to. And people will argue and say, well, women are smarter, whatever the case may be. But I want to know that like the safety wise, that you got us. That I'm never gonna be like doubtful of that.
Yeah.
So.
Like let me give you a good example of this, guys, of this situation of what I was speaking about, the respect and about women testing men. Let me give you an example. Have you seen that movie by Tyler Perry called Temptation?
I fucking hate Tyler Perry, but yes, I have seen it.
Hmm.
That
I
movie,
hate Tyler Perry movies.
that movie got me tight in the simple sense because it kind of like in a weird way, kind of reminded me of myself.
Mm.
I was the doctor. I was the the good guy, like that kind of boring guy that I wasn't so exciting. I wasn't
Yeah.
that
Right.
cool. I wasn't the fresh cool guy. But I always knew what I wanted to do with myself. I always knew where I wanted to go in life.
Yeah.
And I guess I was too ahead of my time when I was young. Like basically when I was 18, 19, I was worrying about what I was gonna do when I was 25 and 30. While
That's what you
everybody
should do,
Okay.
though.
while everybody else was sucking dick or eating pussy, I was eating pussy. Don't get me wrong. I was eating a little pussy on the side too, but it was it wasn't my main focus. It wasn't my main focus. You know.
Yeah.
So I felt like a lot of women are not naturally attracted to a man that has brains. Women are more attracted to men that has muscles. Like they're
Not
attracted
me.
to meatheads.
Not me.
They're attracted to like guys that like they feel protected because he's a thug. That shit is such a lie. That's one of the
Well, what
shittiest
I'm paying
miscons.
attention to,
I can't do no
though,
thug. Uh,
I, I'm
no.
paying attention to what you're saying, but it makes me show you from a different perspective that women are choosing men that they can control.
Hmm.
In a sense, they really don't want. Every woman want a man that got a lot of money and stuff like that. But if you look around you, most of the women in relationships are making money. You know, like consistently more than substantially more than men that they choose to fall
Within our
in real
community, I'll
love
say within
with.
our community, white people don't go through this. Usually, they make more than the woman.
Right. Usually in real life it was like that in natural life. But if you look at the African American community
Hmm.
right now, I would say the women more women are making more money than they used to,
Hmm.
and more men are joining the unemployed and going to prison and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, black women are the most educated out of like people of color. Black women are the top
Right,
educated
right.
people.
And most of them have careers and nurses, professional, single mamas,
But
doing this. And you know, if
but
you
also
look around you, the amount of single mothers that are professionals, it got to say something about what's really happening in society.
Yeah,
You know,
I agree. I agree.
like
Because men are not needed anymore like they were back in the day. That's why.
Well, I don't
right,
know who the fuck
right.
said that. I don't know who's. I don't
Well,
know
so
who.
I don't believe that. I think men are a necessity, right?
I
In
know, but
in
yeah, I
society.
agree. But I feel like I don't know the fucking feminism, and I know people are gonna strike me down for this, but this I would did not
Well,
put me in
the
this
absence
feminism race.
the
I don't give a
absence
fuck
of
about
men
feminism.
in the house brought us here.
What'd you say?
The absence of men in the household brought us here.
Yes, sir.
But we
So
also got to
if we
understand
know
some men are
this,
responsible for that for themselves. There was
right,
I had a home
right,
household. That
right,
person removed
yes.
themselves from this household
Mm.
and
Well,
decided to do something different and
it,
not
it,
be in
it
any of their children's households.
say
But
it's
it's
something we inherited or it's in our DNA. We know that's a part of the problem, and we are here, right?
yeah,
So to change that, each of us have to make sure we teach that lesson to make our children not make the same mistakes that
exactly.
we did, our fathers did. And it's
Hmm.
not that, in my
I'm
mind, to fix it, we can't fix the people outside of our walls. We have to
Yeah.
fix what we got within our boundaries. And if
Yeah,
it, and as, like we do this kind of thing, then it come in sync and it becomes something that we do naturally. And
Well, I think it
then,
comes down to
we just
value.
change that, you know,
yeah,
generational vibes
I,
that,
I
oh,
think it
I
comes down
ain't shit,
to
I
values
ain't
though,
shit.
because a
I
man who has
heard that.
values, real values, he's not going to want to leave his household, right? But if he was
exactly.
Right,
born on faulty values, for instance, I came from a two-parent home. My parents were married most of my life, so being in a situation like this is totally opposite from how I grew up. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
right,
But I also
right.
was dealing with somebody who didn't value having a nuclear family and was like, you know
that's the
what? I
problem.
didn't get it right with my 9 year old and and that mother, and I'm not getting it right with you and this mother. So let me just get out now while the baby's in there. Let me just get out now and start over somewhere else. Now they
Yeah,
got two different
Mm.
households with their children in it.
and that's
and
where I
That's
feel
crazy to
people
me.
people do a poor job of vetting their partner
Yeah.
before getting to serious relationships and having children, right?
Well,
So I think
yeah,
when you meet someone as a young man or woman, it's
Hmm.
very important to who gives a shit about the person, right? That you're
Yeah.
pursuing. I think you should be looking at their household first,
Yep.
right? Do
Yep.
they have two parents? If they do, what does their relationship look like? Because that'll be a good reflection as to how that person is going to treat you, right? So if you
Yep.
see that you're with a person, let's say they come from a single mother, household like I did, and it's a woman, she's probably not gonna be the wife, the super,
Right.
perfect picture of a wife because she was not, she didn't have that model to
Right.
look up to. Same
And
thing
mommy issues.
with a
There's
dad.
mommy issues. Like if you
Yeah,
like I dated a guy who the mom left and his stepmother raised him. So he already had mother issues. I think as women, and my friends get mad when I say this, where it's like, damn, I fucked up. They're like, yeah, but you didn't know no better. It's like, there was red flags, and they weren't big enough for you to look at.
yeah,
They weren't big enough at the time, and you looked past them. But you had the clues that this probably wasn't the right person, but you looked past it and had hope. Because as women, we have hope that we can change this person. But
yeah,
their family dynamic has everything to do
Mm.
with who they are today.
yeah,
I like what you just said because that is most of the issues in relationships these days. You see, like as a young man, I realized girl like bad boys, right?
yeah.
And I
Well, mine wasn't no
was,
bad boy.
more drawn to girls, so I
You like
became a
bad
bad
boy
boy.
qualities though.
Um,
Right.
Well,
Every
There,
I
woman
I
does.
there's
I
something
smoke and
about it.
drink, so you got to be somewhat you got to be like me a little bit. So
You
I like
you know
women.
why
Right.
people are attracted to gangsters and fucking drug
They
dealers and this,
can't
that, and the
change
third?
them.
Not you.
They
I'm just
feel
saying,
like
right?
they
Like
could change them.
exactly. They're uncontrollable, right? They got their direction. They're gonna do what they want to do, whether you like it or not. Women like that, and they try to mold them into, okay, what if I take him and then use that direction that he has and
Yeah,
point him in this
in a
direction?
good
That's
direction.
why a lot of people or a lot of women are attracted to bad boys like that because
Yeah,
they think that they can change them
yeah,
and
they
kind of
can
point
change
them in
them.
the direction
That,
that they
that,
want.
that's the only
No, I thought my
real
experience. I
reason.
thought he was a good boy. I thought he was a good man. He just like
Yeah.
certain vices that I liked. But then I just realized as time went on, there was character flaws, a lot of character flaws that were like
Yeah.
bigger than me because they were deep wounds from childhood that I could not fix.
Yep.
I feel
And
like
it's
when
hard for
anybody
men to even fix those.
Yeah.
Because men, we don't sit here and talk about it like this. You know what I mean? Like there's shit that I've gone through when I was a kid that not a single soul on this earth knows except for God. But
Yeah.
that's it. And we don't really get together and even try and repair those wounds. We walk
Move
around.
on to the
Men are
next.
going through so much mental stress that women aren't. I don't even think they could even begin to understand the amount of
Wo-
shit that goes
Women
on
are
in every
too.
man's head,
Well, women
Women
have
especially
are
if he has
community.
too.
a
Women
family.
have Well, that's the difference between men and women. Women have community. I went through one of the darkest times of my life while
Oh,
having my child.
yes.
If it wasn't for my community of my mother, my friends, my sisters, like my personal nurse. If it wasn't those women that I had to, my therapist, she's a black woman. If I didn't
Yeah.
have the community I had to heal what I was going through, who knows where I would have been? Who knows? But I think men lack community. I think men are not good at being vulnerable. That's
Not
it.
with women.
Yeah,
Not with
I
women.
was.
I think
I,
I've seen. Oh, go ahead. You gonna say something?
I was no, I was gonna add to literally what you were just saying about not with women. We cannot be vulnerable with women because as soon as we start opening up and we do it too frequently, now we consider zesty, we consider sassy, we consider a bitch.
Emasculation, bro.
Exactly. So it's
And
hard
and
to
y'all won't respect us the same.
I
exactly.
definitely emasculated my past. I definitely emasculated a few because
You need to call him and say, "Yo, my bad. I'm sorry."
now we've no, but I emasculated him and he's gonna stay there. You know why?
Yo,
Because
you're so fucked up, bro.
no, he's gonna stay there because you could be vulnerable. What are you gonna do? Like I said to Samuel last week, what are you gonna do about it? It's
Yeah.
always somebody else's problem. It's always, oh, you did this, you did this. What do you do for your issues? For you to have these issues, what are you doing? Because it's not always other people. And what a lot of men do, from my experience, is they don't deal with it. They just move on to somebody who doesn't know their issues, and they're where they shapeshift. A lot of men shapeshift a lot. They
You see
shapeshift.
what you just said right now? That's why men don't open up to women.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, we don't open up to women because when we open up, we're expecting uh, care. You know, a woman's love. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But most women today have that masculine energy where, well, they'll hit us with some shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what are you gonna do about it?
Well, you know why? Because
And
men
that's
are men are naturally problem solvers. Y'all are problem solvers. So to me, as a woman, if I'm going, and I came from a far less childhood
yeah.
than he did. He came
But we
from a
don't
nice
come to y'all to solve our problems. We come to
no,
y'all.
and
If we do
that's
come
true.
to y'all, it's just a vent.
And he
We'll
was
go to we'll go to
he would
men to
yeah.
help us solve problems. I'll
Well,
go
his
hit up
friends
my
weren't good.
boys.
His friends weren't good. But he would vent. But it was like. Remember, I was 8 years with this person, so it was like, okay, so you see me as a woman, doing what I gotta do. So at what point do you feel like, damn, let me catch up or do better? I am the
Yeah,
model for you. We could talk about it, and I'll rub your head, and I'll rub your back, and I'll rub your feet, and I'll cook for you, and make sure you could cry on my shoulder. But
yeah,
at some point, you have to do what's best for you. You have to be
yep,
Yes.
yep,
self-sufficient. And
Yes.
I felt like that was a problem. I did not
yeah,
see self sufficiency. And that was the part that was like, well, you keep complaining, but you're not doing anything about it. You're just
yeah.
like, you're expecting me to pick up the pieces. And that is tiring. That's
And that's
tiring.
what men have to learn before getting with women.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a big mistake that men make. They try to develop themselves and those characteristics while in a relationship. So when you're failing, now that timer is ticking. All right, how
Yeah.
when are you gonna get over this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I need you to lead. I need you to be a man. So
Yeah.
my advice for all men out there, like I said again, if you're single, build yourself up, gain those characteristics,
It's
gain that
true.
leadership, go through fucking struggle and hardship, learn how to get out of it, then you
Without
find a
using
woman.
women as a crutch. And I mean all women. Because this
Yes,
person uses their mom.
exactly.
To this day, y'all, this person does nothing by themselves. They have a girlfriend. The
That's
mother
not
does
good.
this. The other mother does this. The family, they had a fucking baby shower for this nigga. You a whole
That's not
nigga.
good. Yeah, they're instilling bad
Enabling.
qualities. Like they're not
Oh
letting him
yeah.
suffer. He needs to
No.
suffer. He needs to
So
suffer because when you suffer, that's how you figure shit out and you
that
get out
part.
of that bad state. But if they're just gonna
That
hold
part.
his hand, he's gonna be stuck like that.
He met me.
Unfortunately.
He met me living in a room. I mean, not he met me. We were friends already. But when he was going through his dark night of the soul, he started living with me when I lived in a little room. I was renting a room at 25 years old by myself. So he said,
Me,
"Oh shit, she's got it made. I'm gonna just start giving her little gifts, and I'm gonna start staying at her crib." From there, we moved. We always moved together. But
No.
and then I lived here. I moved here because I was like, I want a bigger place. And he was like, Well, I don't want to pay for that. And I said, Well, I'm not about to pay all the rent for you, your child, and me. I when you decide to have a child, you didn't say, Hey, Akina, me and this person gonna have a child. How you feel about it? So like, that's not my fucking problem. And I love the little girl. Don't get me wrong. But to me, that
It's not your
wasn't
responsibility.
exactly. I felt like as a man, you're telling me instead of saying let's move to a bigger space. Even when he moved into here, I said, well, we're gonna have to get a house. You know, the girls need their own room. I don't want to do all that. So I was like, you're just like okay with like the bare minimum. That's not okay for me. That's not.
Yeah,
real quick,
and
guys.
you're 100% right to feel that way too.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys, real quick. Evelyn Mishamoto said, "I wanted a man like my daddy, responsible and respectful."
Yeah,
Um,
she had a good model, and that's what she reaches for. Most women are like that. If you
Mm-hmm.
got a good dad in the house, you want someone just like your dad, and men too. If you
My
had a
dad was
good
a hard
mom,
worker.
yeah, if you had a good mom and you marry a woman, most likely that woman has the same qualities as your mother. Most
true.
likely.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in a house with a good like foundation, you got the nuclear family, your mom and
Mm-hmm.
dad are good, they're communicative, your partner is going to be most likely like that. Cuz
Yeah, if you
that's
didn't have, and that's if you didn't have a narcissist mother. I think that person had a narcissistic mother.
yeah,
So it
that's what I'm
was
saying.
like,
If your parents have problems, then
yeah,
you're going to because that's what you see as normal as a kid, right? Oh,
uh
this is
huh,
how all humans act.
mm-hmm.
So now I'm in a relationship, I'm going to act like my mom and dad. But if you saw a good household, like if you had a good, stable father and a good, stable mother, no issues, they were
Yeah,
communicative and loving, most likely you'll end up in a relationship like that because you'll
yeah,
look for those qualities in your partner.
yeah.
And
It's
that's the
true.
thing. We don't have good models today, and that's the
Yeah,
big problem. Men and women,
yeah.
unfortunately.
And we all need therapy. I be saying all the time, like everybody need therapy. Get therapy.
Facts.
And everybody, if you need therapy, please click on my link for BetterHelp.com. Now, let me start. I wish. One day.
Yeah. No, but
Hey,
I wish more men had you guys' perspective. I feel like, in my experience, it was like I was talking to a wall. It was like, and even when the people around them was just like, well, that sounds like a you issue. Not so much my family and my friends, but they're like, you were always valid in what you wanted. It's just who you were asking it from. You know what I'm
Yeah, I was
saying?
gonna say most men have our mindset, but most men don't get approached. Most men don't get talked to. Most men don't get acknowledged.
Yeah.
Honestly, women have. You could be, if we're talking about like rating scale of looks,
Mhm.
right? You could be a 2 and be a
Yeah.
woman and
Yeah.
have fucking hundreds of people in your DMs. You could be an 8 as a man and maybe have a portion of that, and that's
Yeah.
just the truth. Y'all open your legs and every hot dog in the city will come at you. Not the
Right.
same for
Right.
men. We
It's
don't have
not.
the same options. That's why men have to build
exactly
themselves
the
up
point.
to a certain point.
Exactly the point.
Well, I
Yeah.
think we
Man,
also
got
run
to
into the
go
same
to.
just move on and you don't work on yourself. Like I said, from my experience, the person I didn't even have the baby yet. The person moved on and is in a relationship.
Okay, and
Damn.
okay, guys. So, like, honestly, we have reached the conclusion of this episode. If anything, we went way overboard the time that I normally
It
do.
was good.
But it was a good conversation, though. It was an amazing
Facts.
conversation.
It was
We
good.
had amazing people in the show. Raphael, first time in the
Raphael,
show.
shout out to Raphael.
Yo, shout out to
What's
I'll
her
be
Raphael.
back.
name?
Yeah, man, respect,
My boy
Raphael.
Gary. This is my boy
Oh,
Gary. Like
Gary. Shout out to Gary.
second or third time on the show. Shout out to
Okay.
my bro Kino
Hi.
G. Shout
Yeah,
out
where
to
Kino went, bro? He
I
disappeared.
don't know.
shout out to Luke Kane. I think my brother probably went to jerk off. Now let me stop. I'm playing with you, bro. Bro, I'm playing. I'm joking.
You know it.
I got mad charting to do. Ugh.
So yeah, everybody that tuned in with us today, this evening, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Please keep sharing the video. Sigan compartiendo la video, por favor, because it helps. And we also talk about everything. Like one day, I want to
We
talk
really
about
do.
movies. I want to talk about movies.
Oh,
I,
let's do it. I'm down.
I
We
want to
out,
talk
bro.
about. I want to talk about porn stars. I know we all seen them. You
I
know,
don't. I
Uh,
don't have. Well,
Oh,
you
I'm
don't
I'm
like. You
trying to
won't like
find
me because
I'm
I
trying
like
to
gay
find
porn.
God, bro. I can't be in that one. I can't be on
Yeah,
that
I like gay
that
porn. I
podcast.
like gay porn, and I don't
uh-oh,
really
uh-oh.
know.
So you don't know who you
Raphael
don't know.
might be a porn star
I know.
himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like gay
I'm
porn.
for that, bro.
I like
You
gay
I'm
porn.
out
sound
here
like
reading the
you
Bible.
sound like you're wanting something, Rafi.
So I don't know if you'll like me for that conversation, but I like
do,
it. I mean, I watched.
do you know
Is it,
do you know who Pinky was?
yeah, but
I
she's
know who
huge
Pinky
now.
was.
I know Jada Fire.
Yeah.
I know Misty
Ooh.
Stone. Is it Misty Stone?
Ooh. Yeah.
I know a couple other ones.
Man, you
Okay.
see, we got so many things to talk about. The world is so big. The imagination is endless. Like I want to talk about so much, but people tune in for the other episodes we're gonna be on Wednesdays, and for now Wednesdays and Saturdays. But I might switch it up because I used to do
Okay.
it Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. But I gotta make sure that my panelists, my guests, are available too, so we could all talk about it.
I'll
So
be here.
We
again,
should do that on the next episode. We should talk about like porn, sex, and like if people how people feel about sex toys.
woo, that's a good one. That's gonna be
That's too
great.
juicy, man.
That's gonna be great.
Crazy.
Especially Gary, you gotta get on for that one because I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you live again. Gary, I know
Oh,
you're Jamaican.
oh, oh.
I know you're
He's
Jamaican.
Jamaican. I don't know if y'all do sex toys. I don't know about that.
So you know what?
I
I'm
said
gonna
I
ask,
don't know you Jamaican. I don't know if you use sex toys.
So we not use it, right?
See now. Mhm.
you see?
I'm
Oh, that's
asking you. I'm asking
Oh,
what you said. What you
do I
said?
use sex toys?
Yeah.
Yo,
Oh yeah, I have a whole
Yeah,
chest of sex.
but you said I'm Jamaican, what? That's what I was asking you.
Jamaicans
Because
oh
I'm
have
Jamaican, what?
don't usually like sex
oh
toys.
you
Jamaican
you
men.
what I was gonna
No,
ask.
because if you my girl, you ain't gonna need no sex toy.
No, sometimes you need sex toys.
What?
Yo, we gotta
Sometimes you
end
need
it.
Nah,
sex toys.
Everybody, thank you so much.
nah,
You see that
nah.
episode? Yo, it's gonna
yo,
be
that's
Yeah.
amazing. Tune in
No,
to
sir.
the next
Uh-uh.
episode.
If you put down that sex toy, it ain't moving nowhere. It's
We
gonna
gonna
stay in the
talk,
same
Good night.
place in
Gary.
that
Good,
jar. So
good
you
night,
know what you're
everybody.
gonna do? You're gonna bury it because you ain't
so
gonna need it.
Good night, everybody. Good
Good
night.
night, guys.